Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
That's a lot better than last.
You got a little bit more tenor in there.
It's still not 100% there.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better than last episode. Before we get into it, I want to remind you to leave a like on the episode and subscribe. We were nominated for the best basketball podcast. Is that kind of crazy?
That's not crazy.
It's not crazy at all, actually.
Long overdue. Long overdue.
All we need from y'all to help us turn that nomination into an actual trophy is to hit the link in the description. Go ahead and vote, man. Your vote matters. Like, never mind. I was gonna say but you can't make those type of jokes no more. Vote or die, basically. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? help us get that award. How y'all feeling today? This is basically our Christmas episode because for the people at home, we will not be here Christmas Eve. So, ho, 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 happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
If you're an OG, you know we haven't done a Christmas Eve episode ever.
Yeah. But I'm still in the holiday spirit. I got my hat.
Oh,
that hat
man.
little as
It
hell.
really is. That an elf's hat?
It's my daughter's hat.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes
if you
sense.
can fit it, that
I
makes
can
it
feel
even worse. Though.
Little head nation.
You see that? You got a little head and she got a big head.
I think it might be a little bit of both. We meet in the middle.
Boy got a head like De'Aaron Fox.
A nugget head.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good though. Christmas spirit for sure. But I will admit today I am extremely laid back.
Same.
I'm not here to.
Yesterday was my mom's B-Day dinner.
Happy
So,
birthday. Happy
Don't
birthday,
don't
OG.
care. Anyway,
Birthday OG.
like I was just joking. Happy B-Day to OG. What y'all do?
She specified, don't take me nowhere fancy.
So y'all
McDonald's?
Popeyes.
Nah, she wanted to go to this rib joint.
Okay.
So we just went to it's similar to like a Portillo's type of vibe, but they just mainly serve barbecue.
What's it called?
The Pit House in Hickory Springs.
Okay. It was a hit.
It was good. It was real good. It was better than what I thought it would be.
You made content?
No.
Okay.
I don't make content at family events.
That's what I was just making sure.
Oh. Yeah, I went
Any
there like
excuse to not make content.
I went there like 6 years ago and it was really bad. And I was like, I don't really want to go. My sister was like, you went 6 years ago. Let's try it now. And she convinced me.
Do
and I
you
was
keep
like,
a log of restaurants you've been to?
You went to
No.
Hickory Hills.
I lived in Hickory Hills.
Oh, true.
I lived in Justice. So
True,
it was like
true,
literally
true.
On the
right
border.
down.
I don't
the
keep no
street.
law. I definitely, if I have something bad from a place, then I'll definitely keep that
The
in
lasting
mind.
impression, right?
Yeah.
I feel that. But he been on his stuff. I think all four of us have been grinding in December. Mike has been streaming every single day. You've got your upload streak, and Darrick has at least uploaded 3 videos this month? At least.
No, more than that. I think I'm at like 5 or 6.
There you go.
Eee,
There you go.
okay.
So if you need more content, we've been doing it. Also, the Enjoy Basketball channel, we've been upload weekly over there too.
It's so
We've
funny.
been working.
It's so funny. One of those videos dropped yesterday. They think that when they drop, we record them then. All of the comments is like, man, P voice back and he don't know how to act. And I'm like, this was recorded.
Like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is old, y'all. This is old.
I am in the holiday spirit. And with this being the last episode,
That's why this box right here.
there's a box. behind us.
I'm dead.
Unfortunately, Darrick, I paid for expedited shipping for your gift. It is not here.
That's fine.
It'll be delivered later today, so maybe I'll just pull up to your crib and give it to you then. But Mike, P, I got some gifts for you.
I appreciate it.
You know, I'm at that age where giving gifts means so much more than receiving them. My mom hit me up, what you want this year? I say, please get me one pair of Stance socks, please.
I like that. My
Just
mom
one
asked
pair.
me a couple times and I ignored it. It's in a group chat. And I'm like, what y'all want? Everybody sitting there, what you want, P? Ignored. What you want, P? Ignored. Ignored. But I do got a New Year's resolution before you show me or make anything.
Ooh.
My New Year's resolution is to be honest. So if I don't like this shit, I'm finna tell you.
Yeah, you do.
Mike, this first one is for you. I
Sweet.
didn't wrap it, obviously.
That's
This is
okay.
not the box that it came in. This is just an Amazon box that fitted.
That's okay. I think that it's a guy thing that you don't really care about how it comes.
My wife was like, "Are you gonna wrap it?" I'm like, "Why?"
Oh, hey,
Oh, that's clean.
hey.
Shaq and Kobe.
What college he went to? What college he went to?
And one ain't go to college and one went to LSU.
My boy, let's go.
Same
Nah, these
rugs
is
for the
dope.
setup. The little
You know I'm
get-together,
gonna put these
you know
in
what
there.
I'm
That's
saying?
decent.
These are
Custom
definitely
made.
Who did you go to
Even
get
got
them?
the sneakers. Some guy on Etsy, man.
Are those Reeboks?
Yes, they his Shaconis. Shaq. What do they call it?
Shacosis.
Shacosis.
And what
then-
Kobe got on? The Pro Tros?
Pro ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nah,
Come on,
this
man.
is definitely dope.
Shout out to
Yeah,
him.
that's super dope.
Yeah.
I love a good carpet. I'm waiting on my carpet from somebody I bought.
Well, Well, that's bad because now you got 2 different carpets.
Who is this gonna be? This motherfucker big too. This remind me of something I gotta use the bathroom with.
And Darrick again, I'm sorry.
This motherfucker tightly open.
Yeah.
I'm finna have to rip this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rip that
I
one.
don't got my keys or nothing. But you know what I'm saying? I like the core that's rug. I got like 7, 8
If
rugs.
he got
at the crib.
Shaq and Kobe, who y'all guess for this?
Penny Hardaway?
Carmelo.
No, I don't think.
I don't. It don't have to be all the
best, no.
same.
Yeah.
It's not from the same person at all.
It's got a little tape right there.
Sheesh, I didn't think it was gonna be this hard to open. I would open it.
You said
beforehand.
Etsy though?
That one, yours is from Etsy.
My girl got something like I guess she had found somebody off
I need
Etsy
your
that
help,
does
big
like
fella. I
picture
ain't got
frames.
the energy, man.
And
Picture
she
frames?
Let me see if I can cut it open.
there was a picture of me and Elena. She basically drew it out, and we like Elena had posted it up. But it's really dope though. I got to show y'all it.
Etsy's got a lot of great creators over there, man.
They do.
So
Yeah,
that
they
person custom toughed it.
So it's basically, man, I gotta just tell her to send a picture, but it's like us. It's a photo of us, a portrait of us, but we have like no eyes. And it's
I
kinda
know this
like,
ain't no Nick
It's kind of like animated.
Kith carpet. I know that thing. I know this ain't no shit like that.
Brought
The
out the
ultimate.
scissors.
Yeah, that was
He
clutch.
gonna cut the carpet all the way.
Oh, it is exactly what you thought it would
Oh, hell no, boy. If I wasn't sick, I'd come give you a kiss. And it's an apple.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. I
York
can't wait
Knicks.
to put this in my office.
Kith collaboration.
Oh, man.
That's
Penny
dope.
gonna love this.
be.
She be sleeping on the carpet I got already. But, man, oh, man. Thank you so much.
Of course. Anytime.
Oh, man.
And again, Darrick, it feels weird to give gifts to everybody but you right now, but I promise you, it should be here today.
Hey, it's no sweat. Even if you ain't give me a gift, I wouldn't.
Oh,
even be
perfect,
mad.
because I was lying. Woo! No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, it is coming later today. But you were the hardest to get something for, though.
Because he ain't a fan of nobody.
He's a Laker fan. So when I like went into Etsy, I said Lakers carpet. And then some dude was like custom carpets, and then he had examples of him doing NBA players. I'm like, bet I'm gonna go get a Kobe one. And he said, I do this Shaq one too for an extra 50.
Oh.
Shit, why not? So and then that one, I got the Kith notification. They always doing collaborations with the Knicks, and I was like, what is Darrick into? I think I even said that like 2 weeks ago. We were here. I'm like, I got everybody gifts but yours.
You know what? When you first said you got everybody gifts, I thought you was gonna make them off that 3D printer you got.
I
Oh,
swear.
yeah.
I thought you was gonna make
swear
him
I
off the
thought the
3D
same
printer,
thing,
bro.
That
And I
would've
was
been
not
cool.
going to be mad at it.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff take too long.
Remember
Are you still
you
making
post-
stuff daily?
Yeah.
Remember you posted that MF Doom, and I was like,
Yeah.
you made that?
Yeah, that MF Doom was crazy.
I was about to
I thought
say,
he actually made that.
Me too.
I could if somebody made the file. I just got to click 3 buttons. That's really it. But I got you.
What's the best gift y'all ever received for Christmas? Or what's the best gift, and what was the most tricked you've ever been? Because I've told the story on here before. Damn, why my voice doing this again? I thought I was getting a PlayStation, and it was a printer.
Yeah.
Y'all ever had that moment where you look at the buy, oh, them the mics. I got the Jordans I want, and you open them over, and it's something totally different.
No, I think my mom got me she put it in like a box that was for like something for the bathroom. I forgot what it was, but it was like some cleaning stuff. And like she put it in that box, but what was in the box was a suit. And I was like, damn, I got a suit for Christmas? And she was like, yeah, you can go need it for when you go to church. And I was like, I don't even like going to church.
Oh, man.
But I will never forget when I got a PlayStation 2. Whenever I got a PlayStation 2 for my birthday. I mean, for Christmas once, and I was just so damn happy. And like when you get the games, you just want to play them all damn night.
All day.
That's how it was on my GameCube for sure.
Yes, I never got a GameCube because I was such a PlayStation guy. But I have played GameCubes at like cousin houses and stuff like that. But also, I've always wanted a Nintendo 64 too. I never got
had
one.
one? Oh, man.
I've always played them at other people's houses, but I never had one myself.
That's probably the greatest console in the history of gaming. The most underrated that I had was the Dreamcast. I had a Dreamcast. I think a Dreamcast was ahead of its time.
I didn't have a Dreamcast.
I think it was ahead of its time. I didn't have a GameCube, but KB had one. But I do think that Dreamcast should have got a little bit more love.
Like the PSP.
No, the PSP
was 100% before its time.
Hey,
oh hell yeah.
My answer to your question is a PSP.
I got a PSP too, and I was happy as hell.
I used to play MLB, whatever game it was at the time, on the road. That shit was so fun, bro.
I used to play like Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
And
they had 2K.
Nowadays they got a bunch of.
Yes.
Oh, you could get your own background. You got Spider-Man in the background, and you got music playing on it. Everybody had their headphones with them. I don't know. The PSP was before its time, and now a lot of companies try to do the handheld thing, and none of them hit even close to the PSP, bro.
Yeah,
why would they not remake? Yeah, why would they not remake it?
I think they have, haven't they? Not literally a PSP, but PlayStation has a handheld.
Yeah, I know.
Like a Vita, right? Is that what it's called? See, yeah, but even then, it's like I'm not interested at all.
I think also people have their phones now too, so it's like usually when
That
you're
was
on
a
the road,
phone
you ain't really
replacement.
have nothing.
Yeah.
So
That
you
was
use
a
on the
phone
game.
And it's hard. I feel like it's kind of hard to compete with Nintendo DS.
Or Switch.
Or
The Switch. But the DS was still great too. But
Yeah.
like the Switch right now
I
is
never
probably
liked
the
the
one.
DS.
Yeah.
Never was a
You
fan.
ain't like
Oh,
the little
come on
stylus?
now.
The stylus
Nah,
is
I used to
cool,
play
bro.
Pokemon was my game.
But I remember when I never had a PSP, but when I seen people with it, like I wanted that. The DS was kind of like, all right, people used to play Pokemon a lot. But that was a phone replacement. So you're right. I remember some of my friends in like middle school at Burr Ridge, if they didn't have a phone, it was either iPod or PSP.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a jailbroke, you could message off of it.
Y'all remember the Game Boy?
Yeah,
course.
hell
The
yeah.
Game Boy where you got to put the cartridge in the bag.
Yeah.
That was
where I was introduced to.
I had like
a lot
Game
of
Boy
different stuff,
Advance,
bro.
Game Boy
Yes.
SP.
Yeah.
Bro, we had it good growing up.
And they had the little, you could like, my favorite one was like it was like a purple, but you could kind of see through it-ish.
Yeah, that's that. I think
Yeah.
that was the advanced one.
Yeah.
You can see all of the pieces that make it.
Yes,
grow.
yes.
That's so
As a
cool.
kid, for whatever reason, that shit is so cool.
That's like them Air Force Ones that see through.
No,
That shit was hot. That shit was hot.
Imagine you ain't
I
had no
remember
socks on.
you would wear those with a big ass throwback jersey.
Yeah.
Didn't even know who you was wearing. Wes Unseld.
What a time. What a time. My favorite thing is when the older people used to wear the West Unseld jersey, but they made sure to get a Washington Wizards hat too.
The
so
match?
they had the full fit on. Like, you're not even a fucking Wizards
You
fan.
wear a size 34 in jeans, but got a 48 on with the Wes Unseld big ass white tee, the hat to match. And
Bro,
some
I
see-through
told you
Air
I've been
Force
watching Yo
Ones.
Mama, and it's like
Rubber
the
bands at the
2000s
end
type
of the
thing.
pants.
Yeah.
Everybody be having the biggest clothes. I'm talking about white t-shirts be hitting the knees.
Yep.
And it's just like
need
nobody
to-
say nothing about
Soldier
it.
Boy really made that a thing.
Hell no,
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 he
that
didn't
was
make it a
before.
thing.
That was
Yeah,
before
way
Soldier
before.
Boy, but it was funny seeing him do it because his was down there touching his shoes.
Yes.
Where the
He was
shorts
cranking
touch
at
the
it, tripping.
knees.
Yeah.
Or the shorts touch the shoes.
I'll
It's
never
too
forget.
much,
I
bro.
was in middle school, and I went to school one day with like regular size jeans on, and the dude was like, "Why your pants so tight?" Because like that's all we was wearing at the time was 40, and I came with some regular standard
Yeah.
jeans
And then
one
the
day.
new boys came around.
And then
now
everybody
it was nothing
thinned them up.
but skinny jeans.
And now it's like a mixture of both. I think
Yes.
I think now it is a balance. Of
I
where
think
you
now
can-
people just wear their size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I think some people just
We're
have
having
a
sweats now,
baggy
too.
style. Some people.
Three of us are wearing sweats right now.
The
Yeah.
baggy style is it's like I feel like rappers do that goofy shit. I don't go to the mall and it's a dude in there with extremely baggy pants.
Yeah, we bringing it back. Let's do it. Let's start the move.
Jabot jeans,
Jabot jeans.
Jabot
My
jeans
dad
is
has a
crazy.
pair of Jabot
red
jeans right now.
monkeys. Come on, man, y'all don't want to get back at
I had gave my Jabot
Lot
jeans away.
29 LRG.
I wish I kept them.
LRG, yeah. All right, this is a basketball podcast though. So Mike, what's drop the mic?
What's the most unguardable moves in the NBA right now?
Giannis head down.
That's exactly what I was thinking. During that whole game, I was thinking like, man, you know what's coming. Everybody knows what like he's gonna do with the ball, but like you really can't do anything about it.
The Shea Gilgeous-Alexander shrug. I'm not gonna call it a push, but he used like a shoulder shrug.
I know
no,
exactly
he-
what you're talking
He
about. too.
definitely do put that shoulder in, step back, and he get that extra little space.
And technically, it's not a foul because he didn't use his hand, so he just.
Draymond Green illegal screen for Steph Curry specifically.
I mean, the other day it was pretty guardable.
Yeah, it was.
Jokic,
Shout out Jalen Wells.
Jokic over the shoulder.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
That's
Especially in the fourth quarter.
honestly Jokic shooting threes.
At this point, right?
Whenever he shoot it, you just damn near guarantee that's a bucket.
I'm trying to think of some underrated ones though. Some players that like, yeah, we know these great
Jalen
guys.
Brunson off 2 feet in the paint.
Or the TJ McConnell 2-foot jumper.
Yes, there you go. That's a great example.
It's cash every time. There's nothing you can really do about it. And it would just piss me off as a defender if he hit me with that shot, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like he's so damn little, but why can't I get to it? It would just bother me.
It's guardable, but against the Celtics it wasn't. Zach LaVine right-hand step back or right side step back.
Oh yeah.
He did it a million times in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes for 2, sometimes for 3, but it's one dribble set to the right, pull up 3. Or
I
pull
liked
up
your
2.
comment.
Classic
You
Zach
tweeted
LaVine.
about that game. You was like, fandom is so weird because like you can't even be happy for this win because it doesn't even really do nothing for the franchise.
Yeah.
And I was like, in high school we wouldn't have reacted that way.
For sure. Well, in high school our team was good.
Yeah, but like if our team
Y'all
was
were the Celtics.
if we were tanking, we would have been like we
To
would
a
have been popping
minimum.
our,
To a
we would have been
minimum.
popping our stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
But like learning basketball now as an adult, learning that when your team is in that stage that the Bulls is in, every win is kind of not really good.
Yeah. It's bleak times, man. And there's a portion of Bulls fandom that's like, well, a win is a win, and at the end of the day, that's what the sport is about. And you're 100% true, 100% right. But I'm just watching it, and they're good enough to be the 9th seed every single season, which means that they're good enough to have the 14th, the 15th, the 16th overall pick. And you're not getting to where you want to be, right? The front office said when he first came in, they're not settling for mediocrity, and that's literally what they've settled for 3 straight seasons now.
Yeah.
And, of course, we're going to maybe talk about some trades and some rumors in today's episode.
Nah, maybe we are.
Everybody should be available, literally. Yeah. I'm watching what the Brooklyn Nets did and traded Dennis Schroeder. I mean, they did get a win against the Raptors a couple nights ago, but it's ugly now. And I need that ugly basketball in Chicago if we want a chance that 5 years down the line, we're actually like a real playoff team. 7 years down the line, we're actually into contention. You don't do that with winning. Like right now, they're like 6-6 in their last 12. That's not good for us. Other teams, you take that. But for this team that has a top 10 protected pick, that one time we did draft the top 5, it was fucking Patrick Williams, we need losses.
Yeah.
Well, at least the 2 guys that you're most likely trying to trade, they've been playing well.
They've been playing well. The super unfortunate part is the bottom of the league is the bottom of the league.
Yeah.
We can sell everything right now. We're not catching those dudes. No. So at the best, if we do trade everybody, we have the 8th best odds, which in some cases you can jump up. But, man, it's not great.
Is it wrong to live on a game-by-game basis, to take everything for what it is? Like, let me rephrase that. You're taking everything for what it is. Mm-hmm. That's why you want to lose games. But are you wrong as a fan if you just allow yourself to enjoy one night?
Absolutely not. I think that's probably the best way you can enjoy sports. But me being like a realist and this being part of our job, I can't even do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad is like that, actually, where, like, the Celtics, we won the Celtics game. He's like, I know you saw Zach. That boy can hoop. And he's excited about it. Yeah. And I don't want to burst his bubble. I'm not like, yeah, Dad, but that means that next year we have the 14th pick. I'm like, yeah, he was playing great. And I think that's probably the best way to enjoy the sport is you take it game by game. But that's just not how I can't do that for
I think a lot of fans would benefit from having that perspective of just if you're a Wizards fan, a Hornets fan, who else is at the bottom of the conference?
Jazz.
Jazz.
The Pelicans.
You're a Jazz fan. You're gonna beat yourself up. The Jazz, like, I'm not even trying to pile up on nobody's team. I said the last episode, I can't really project a window for the Jazz. So you got to take it in stride just from a game-by-game basis. Because one game you're going to get your ass kicked. Well, a lot of games you're going to get your ass kicked. But if you do get a win, even though it might not mean nothing, in order to have enjoyable experiences as a basketball fan, you got to take what you can get. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same thing as being a fan of a good team. Like, when we win ugly games, it's so easy to just be like, and I'm so guilty of this. Man, we won by 2, but look who we played. We should have won by 9. Like, it's easy to have that, but like, man, it's a long season. It's really an 82-game season. It's not 2K where everybody's going to play their 88 overall rating on every single game. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like a book I finished last week where it was just like, do your best. And that's kind of the mentality I'm having in my life, even as a fan, where it's just like, man, just do your best. Jalen Brunson's best is not going to be the same on every single night. But as long as he just do his best and we compete, hey, if we lose, it happens. It's okay. Mm-hmm. But I'm not finna beat myself up. And I see that a lot on Twitter, where, like, people just want to be a victim or, like, cry about every single thing. It's like, bro, you're a Thunder fan. I don't want to hear shit from you right now. You feel me? Like, you're a Thunder fan. I don't care that y'all lost against the Bucks in the way that y'all did, man, save me that shit. I feel sorry for you, and you got Shea, Chet, J-Dub, an abundance of picks, and you're on the timeline whining. You know a Jazz fan would switch spots with you like this?
Nikola Vucevic just sitting right there.
And I'm supposed to feel bad because you lost a cup championship game. Stop
You're right,
it.
you made it to the championship and lost. Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Zach has been hooping, though.
Yeah.
And I said it in the video I made yesterday. Zach LaVine market is going to be much more bigger than the Nuggets. It's going to be limited because he can't have 29 suitors contractually. But once the NBA is such a copycat league in so many ways that once one team says that they have this type of interest, a couple teams gonna follow. That's the same. That's how a player has no market, right? 3 teams come out and say, "Oh hell no, we ain't touching that. We ain't got." And then all the other teams see that and hear that and be like, "Oh yeah, we don't want that either." Now the Nuggets say that, and I won't be surprised in the next couple weeks if he get 2 more added teams to the mix of that to get to say they're a little bit more aggressively pursuing Zach LaVine and have a little bit more interest than before. Again, he's never gonna have a laundry list of suitors because the money and the contracts and all of that. But I would not be surprised if we start to hear at least 2 more teams being added to the Nuggets thing with Zach LaVine.
I saw a Bulls fan say, because the people that don't want Zach LaVine in Denver is pointing to the contract. It's like, y'all motherfuckers paid Jamal Murray $200 million and MPJ's making $35 million a year. Now you thinking about contracts? Cut it out.
And they just paid Aaron Gordon too, so it's like.
Yes. And Vucevic even made a joke about Zach LaVine going to Denver. So,
what was the joke? I didn't hear it.
I don't remember.
Somebody tweeted him about like a movie or something or a show to watch, and it was something about Denver, and he was like, "Oh no, you got the wrong guy. You thinking of Zach LaVine?"
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that's funny.
Is it just? I'm not really intrigued with Zach in Denver.
Why?
It doesn't really move me that much.
Shit.
They need
The way
some
he
type of
playing right
kid.
now?
The way he playing though, but I just also look at them as a team who also struggle to get stops consistently sometimes, and like Zach definitely isn't helping on that end. But offensively, yeah, it sounds fun. That team's gonna be fun as hell with Zach on the offensive side of the ball. But in the grand scheme of things, I just don't see him as that much.
The question is, what's the alternative? And I'm not saying you have the answer to this.
No, I don't.
But I'm like, you look around the league and it's like, okay, we have a limited amount of assets. We basically have Michael Porter Jr. And we're trying to get a team to take Zeke Najee's contract, which is awful, even though it's only $32 million. For
And I heard
years.
the
Bulls don't want that, which cool. And also at the same time, we're not gonna be doing shit for the next 3 years, so just take the contract. Who cares? But what is the alternative? How
Now
do you
they wanna
convince
be
another?
smart.
Right.
when they gave up Caruso for nothing.
Right. How do you convince other teams to help you get better when you don't have assets?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that 2031 first round pick that they got, and some seconds, I guess.
No seconds.
Oh yeah,
have
you're
0
right. There is
seconds.
it's just 2031, and I guess around the league you gotta look. It's the Lakers got that 2031,
2029 too.
and 2029, and then the Bucks also have a 2031 first round pick that they could trade. So those are the top 3 teams who honestly are probably gonna be very aggressive and very hungry to get deals done. It's just when you're the other opposing teams, you got to think, whose 2031 pick do I think is more valuable? And honestly, it's probably the Lakers.
But the other thing with all of that is the pick isn't enough for Zach LaVine.
No, yeah, you have to
'Cause he
put
makes-
MPJ and I think it.
I know I'm
is
saying for your other
Zeke
teams.
Naji. Oh, yeah.
For the
You have to
Lakers.
make $40-something million match.
Yeah.
And
The Lakers
y'all
can do it.
They the second April team, right?
The Bucks, you talking
Yeah.
about?
The Bucks.
Yeah, that's why
the Bucks
I
can
didn't.
aggregate, but another team can aggregate in order to get, let's say, Chris Middleton. I did a trade last
it's the
night where
Bucks.
Chris Middleton went to the Nets.
Why the? Never mind. I think he got a player option, right?
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
What does that look? What does that? That sound like a 3-teamer, right?
Yeah, it was them two. It was like Chris Middleton went to the Nets and 2031 went to the Nets, and then they gave up Cam Johnson,
So you got
Cam Thomas, and then
Damn.
it was another little contract in there that I had to put in there to make it
you're
work.
too much
But no,
of a-
I was just
I will say for this exercise, I didn't draw the trades. I just went to the team that I thought
right?
made
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
me too.
Did you draw up trades, everybody?
no, not everybody.
Okay, I was
I've
about
been
to say that
doing
would be
so
fun.
many-
He pulled the Ray
Pulled the
again.
Ray.
I'm such a trade junkie that I've been doing a lot of videos on it. So like I got trades that I can just pull out my ass. Yeah. D'Angelo Russell goes. Nah, look at him like he liked that shit. He liked
I've
that.
been wanting him off the team for a minute now.
That's crazy. Let's talk a little bit about the Cup. We're almost a week removed, but we ain't talked about the final. Milwaukee Bucks win a little amount of points to a less amount of points.
Y'all pay up. Y'all all took the OKC.
Oh, did we really?
Oh, did me
I
and you
did.
take
I
the
did
Bucks?
take
I took the
OKC.
Bucks.
Yeah, me and him
Well,
took
that
the
makes
Bucks.
sense. If you take the Bucks.
For real. You drawing up a trade in your spare time, a trade that gives the Bucks Cam Thomas, Cam Johnson
For nothing.
for Chris Middleton.
Dude, I don't even know if he played 10 games yet this season.
No, the last game he played, he came off the bench.
Yeah.
Was that last night? I think. Yeah. What happened to Dame? Why Dame ain't played today?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
I forgot.
I saw it and I was like, and I'll ask Darrick. He'll know.
That was, and I second guessed myself too when we was making them predictions. I was like, I'm gonna go OKC, but I low key want to ride with Giannis just the way he been going.
You did say that,
and I should have probably went with Giannis the way he been going.
And it was no rim protection.
I mean, anybody they put in front of him, he was just running right through. It didn't matter if it was Jalen Williams. It didn't matter if it was Iheart. It didn't matter if it was. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
He was getting to that
They
rim.
was trying, yeah.
It also didn't help that they missed a billion shots that night too.
Shout out to Andre Jackson. Andre Jackson played amazing, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He did a very good job of, holding Shea to 21. When you hold a guy like Shea to 21 as a role player, you did. You
On
had a
bad
very good
efficiency
night.
too. 21 on bad efficiency. Also, AJ Green
Yes.
also got those responsibilities. It's a huge win.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bucks defense they almost top 10 now.
I mean, when you hold a team to 81 points,
Yeah.
like I think OKC's lowest points total before that was 99. So you held them
yeah.
to 18 points less than what their lowest had been this season. It's impressive defensive. Now, also, like we mentioned, OKC missed 1 million three-pointers, but like I do believe that Doc Rivers coached one of his better games, man. Considering the stakes, now you could say Doc Rivers is an NBA champion and an NBA Cup champion. Put him in the Hall of Fame right now.
Darvin Ham still undefeated.
Put him in the Hall of Fame too. You know how you got a title for the awards now? It's the Bill Russell Award. It's the Darvin Ham NBA Cup championship, man.
Nah, this is probably
Next year he's gonna win it too.
It's gonna probably be the LeBron James.
You think? I think so too.
Yeah.
I will say, too, in this game, I enjoy watching it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know the couple of other ones, it was like we came in here conversated about the cup and moving and whatever. The championship game felt like a championship game.
It did.
It felt very gritty and like
I liked it.
low scoring. It wasn't just it ended up being a blowout,
But it was a lot closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a very gritty, tough game, and I think that's just playoff basketball. You could tell that they was really fighting out there.
Watching that game also made me feel like as good as they are, there's still something out there for the Thunder to do. And that's why I want to see them. I think they should be in the I almost said Brandon Ingram.
Cam Johnson.
Johnson
I agree.
sweepstakes as well.
Well, I think
Yeah.
their front office is probably looking at we still have Chet.
I think
He's
they
just not
can't do that
healthy.
anymore.
With
I thought
Chet,
last year was that example, and now it's like we have to be somewhat aggressive because right now we are
Boom.
probably the favorite to win the Western Conference. But y'all seen the Dallas Mavericks, the team that beat us last year? They're still pretty fucking good. Like I think some of the small weaknesses that OKC had showed its head in that game. They were undersized, and part of that again, no Chad. But even on the wings, they're undersized. J-Dub, Lou Dort, all of the dudes that's on the wings are 6'6" and smaller, 6'5" and smaller. They don't have the three-point shooting. They're middle of the pack efficiency-wise, but also towards the bottom third in the amount they get up per game. A guy like Cam would be pretty perfect for them. Now,
Size,
who starts
shooting.
where? He's the size and he's the shooting. And they can outbid everybody in the league.
That's-
So anybody they want becomes available.
That's the point is like, why not? You could do this, and then even if it don't work out, you could somehow wash your hands, or you can damn sure be like, we still got 30+ other picks we got to make that move.
That's why I like it though, because to me, sorry, the analogy I gave when I talked about it yesterday is a baseball analogy. The one thing that I like about OKC Thunder is that they go for gaps. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you an example. Perfect. The bases are loaded. 9 times out of 10, people want the home run, the grand slam. But as good as that is, it's still just 4 runs and it clears the bases. If we got the bases loaded, and I'm telling you to aim for the gap, we're constantly getting runs in. We potentially can score more than 4 runs. And I feel like the OKC Thunder this whole era has been putting themselves in a position to continue to power up and score more runs. Caruso was not a home run out the park acquisition. It was a double. Isaiah Hartenstein and overpaying him, that's like a triple. But you steady, constantly got people in scoring position. I think Cam Johnson is the type of player, again, where I don't really see a world where it doesn't work.
Yeah,
he's low cost
seamlessly
compared to the market.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to give up a ransom for him, but you still have more than the other suitors that want him. And he checks the boxes of what you need. And like that's the main thing I love about him, because the other names you look at the market, Jimmy Butler hasn't been linked to them, but Jimmy Butler, the Brandon Ingrams, all of those guys, those are real if it works, because they now take the ball out of Shea's hands. Mm-hmm. You know, the long-term fit, if you get a Brandon Ingram, does he want to stay there? All of those things are a lot more of complicating situations versus Cam Johnson is a plug-and-play wing who is 6'8" to 6'9", high IQ, has played on a winning team with the Suns, and you know what I mean? He gives you more size, and he can play with your best player.
I was going to say, if you look at the other role players they have on their team, he does literally – he could do what Isaiah Joe to a certain degree. He could do what Aaron Wiggins does to a certain degree, and I agree with the size too. And I just don't see a world where they honestly don't do it. I really do feel like they're going to target Cam Johnson, and they can really just outbid everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I hope that Sam Presti is somewhat aggressive here. He's been doing a phenomenal job in OKC. He's made basically one real mistake in his entire existence in OKC. It's a big one, but damn.
And I like that analogy too with the doubles and the triples or whatever,
sure.
because
your team is the opposite. Your
I was going to say
the home runs.
To an even bigger extent, like a lot of teams go for these home runs and it just has not worked right.
Yeah,
it just has not worked.
I did a video where fans sent me trades and I graded them. Somebody drew up a good trade for y'all that would technically be a double, but my response to that was like, it's too late for the Lakers to do that now. You know what I'm saying? But if they had done that earlier,
they're already down by 9 runs.
That's my thing. It's like it's gonna take us like a home run type play for us to get back in them talks. But the doubles don't look bad, but it's just too late at this point. Because I mean,
majority historically home run hitters like Adam Dunn,
Big Pop,
Joey Gallo,
nice strikeout rate.
Yes, they are either hitting it over the fence or they're striking out. And that is y'all. That is y'all. Y'all going up to that plate with one thing in mind, and it's two outcomes. You're going to hit the home run, which is still only one damn point, or you're striking out and sitting your ass down. So it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, I agree. I think OKC, it's not that they're a bad team at all. It's just that they can get even better. And like you said, when it's right there with this young of a team, go for it. Because I think the Rockets are the team that don't need to have the pressure of making a move now. We'll see what we have, and we'll make the proper adjustment in the offseason and going forward. But, yeah, it's wide open. It's wide open.
I'm trying to think about the other teams that are competing for the West. Like
Nuggets.
Dallas has some wiggle room to do some stuff, but I don't expect them to be hyper-aggressive, because hyper-aggressive means that they're trading
what do they also have?
Players.
They have a pick.
They have
a distance pick.
Do they have two tradables? Either way, they have some of that type of capital.
Okay.
And then like
Maxi Kleber,
Memphis. Like I don't know what Memphis's head is at when it comes to deadline stuff. They got like the Marcus Smart.
Another Cam Johnson.
That could be a spot for them as well.
Would love Cam Johnson over there. I want to see a trade where, as much as I love Jalen Wells, you reshift that star lineup to where Desmond Bane is a 2, you bring in a 3, Jackson is your 4, Edey is your 5. That's what I want to see.
Did you see what Jalen Wells did to Steph Curry? He damn near the best player on the team now.
No, I don't want to hear shit from you. I don't want to hear shit from none of y'all.
What you mean?
Because on that game, I said, you ain't even got to guard his ass like that right now. And y'all was like, man, you know who that is, Steph Curry.
And he did guard him like that for the whole game.
But he didn't have to.
Yes, he did.
He ain't got to. Once his ass get going, then, you know what I'm saying? Once he get one, then you.
No, you denied Steph.
He did get one, but they called an offensive foul on Draymond Green with that moving screen, and it was they lost by 51. So shout out.
You know, I knew this game was going to kind of be bad because Draymond Green was complaining on the first play, bro. The first play of the game.
Really?
He was really complaining. It was about a foul or like a travel or something. He was whining to the ref. And I was like, bro, it's the first play. You that heated up already after the first play of the game?
Well, you know the Grizz were heated up because he was talking shit.
Well, they always talking shit to each other. So
he was talking shit.
Like he went on the podcast and called Zach Edey soft.
Yeah. And
that's why Zach Edey was down there being bro. Zach Edey was so physical with him. I was like, damn. Well, last time they did play, Draymond did trip him. Like, y'all remember when Draymond had failed and he grabbed Zach Edey's leg? And
that's where the shit talk was from.
Yeah, and then Zach Edey pretty much damn near fell on his face.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's how it
Draymond
started. That happened. He went on a podcast and said that Taylor Jenkins was
breeding softness
There you
in the
go.
big
Yeah.
fella.
Hey man,
And they bust that ass.
they busted that.
when you on this type of a downfall, you can't keep talking. Shut up and go hoop now.
Shut up and dribble from Darrick at the end of 2024. Not on my bingo
I
card.
don't know. You know, Draymond, he might go ahead and do that to you, D Mills. He might want to stop talking like that.
No
Hey,
facts.
hey.
You know he'll throw a sucker punch here, though.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about shit.
All right,
No basketball players outside of Meta World Peace put any fear in me.
What about
no.
Serge Ibaka?
Jordan
No fear.
Clarkson square up with
No
you.
fear.
Jordan Clarkson? Yeah, he
James
definitely
Johnson
squabbled up.
definitely put a little fear in me.
Nah, he cool. See, it's certain players that you got to do something to.
Yeah.
James Johnson is one of them. He is a cool OG though, from everything else I've heard. But if somebody fuck with him, then yeah, he, like 99% of most people, he's gonna whoop your ass as he should. But like it be certain people in the NBA that be trying to be bullies. It don't scare me. You bullying people in an arena that you're not doing shit on. You're a multimillionaire. You're not throwing no punch, and if you do, you're stupid.
Somebody on their podcast was just telling a story about how James Johnson and Quincy AC was about to fight in the locker room.
Put him in the ring, bro. That's
Like
some shit I would watch.
they were mad about a rebound or something, and they kept yapping at each other, and they were on the same team.
Right.
And he said meet me in the locker room, and they was about to fight, and apparently everybody was scared to break it up.
When did they share?
I wouldn't want to get in between that fight either. I ain't gonna lie.
Sacramento?
I do not remember James Johnson. Oh, Toronto. Had to be Toronto.
I can see that.
Y'all never had teammates fight?
Yes,
No.
I have.
Yeah,
One of them
he
is sitting on
did.
this bench on this panel right now.
All right.
Hey
you
man,
and
it
that
ain't a
dude-
real team if one of the teammates not fighting.
Wait, who did Mike fight?
That one dude who dad came to a game. Y'all
He
just
not
talked about
going
it.
He asked for a sub out during the game.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Big homie.
I don't
It wasn't
remember
a
that.
fight.
Yeah,
Mike
I was gonna
smacked
say.
him, and that was the end of it all. And then everybody
There
like
was no
separated
Quincy AC, James Johnson. They just
them. What was that about? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Now, if you saw him today, you would shake his hand, though.
probably wouldn't, honest. No, I probably would.
I would.
I mean, just out of like a social, like I went to school with him.
Hey,
I don't message him.
You been good? All right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really what the
does that
conversation-
carry weight to you, Mike, that you went to school with him?
Not really. That's why I said it's more so the association thing.
More things in basketball. On No Dunks, our friends No Dunks, they do this thing, or they have been doing this thing forever since they were the start. It's called Worst of the Week, where they pick some of the worst things that happen in basketball and give an award. I'm not giving you multiple options. This is the worst thing that happened in basketball this week. The Charlotte Hornets, did y'all hear the story? The Charlotte Hornets brought a kid and his uncle onto the court
I did hear this.
and asked him, what did he want for Christmas? He said, I want a PlayStation 5. They gave him a bag with a PlayStation 5, and as soon as they got off the court, they took it away and gave him a jersey instead. Now, they said they told the uncle that that's what they were going to do, but they never told the kid. So the kid thought that he was getting a PlayStation this entire time. Instead, he got a jersey. Somebody saw that happen, recorded it, put it on the internet, it went viral, and then the Charlotte Hornets said, bad, we messed up. Here, kid, take the PlayStation 5 plus courtside tickets or something. But the fact that this million-dollar company, billions-of-dollar company couldn't get his kid a $500 PlayStation without getting exposed first makes them the worst story of the week.
No, that's
actually-
terrible.
That's the most petty shit
If
I've
the
ever
dude
heard.
didn't
This-
record the video,
yes.
then nothing happens.
They only trying to make up for their mistakes, and that's what's fucked
it's
up
not
about
sorry
it.
we did it, it's sorry we got caught.
I
Yes,
ain't gonna
exactly.
lie. If that was my kid out there and they said that they was gonna do that, I'd be like, you know what?
I'm just not going to do
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
just go
gonna
get
do it.
somebody else. I'm not gonna have my kid go through
Yeah,
that.
especially since all that stuff is nationally covered now. Like everybody could just go on. Well, not everybody, but like you can go on League Pass and watch what happened during halftime and during the dead balls. So you just gonna embarrass my kid on national television?
Yeah.
This is my reminder, right? To everybody who's watching this, and it can go further, please send this out. This is the shit that they do, but these are the teams that y'all be ready to fight over, that y'all be ready to be in somebody DMs crying about when they have to get some type of criticism. These are the teams that y'all go out of y'all way to support. I am a fan, but to a certain extent, because it's mind-blowing to me because, number one, even the Hornets in the season that they having, the money that they made from just that game last night, or from that night, is so many PlayStation 5s.
Yes.
If I
It's
can get
endless.
that boy
They have
a
an
PlayStation,
endless amount of
if I can get him a
PlayStation
PlayStation 5, if I can get him 10 PlayStation 5s, that means they can probably get him $1 million.
Yeah.
And they're a business, so in theory, that shit is really probably a tax write-off.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say I don't know who's saving that little $400,
What were they going to do
$500.
with the PlayStation 5 anyway?
Do it again.
I think it might have just been a box. There was no PlayStation 5 in there. One of the employees really got a PlayStation 5, and they just saved the box
That's
for the bit.
You're putting
that's
in.
grimy, bro.
It's like when you're on a team with a player who don't want to work. It's like, bro, you might as well. You're putting in so much energy to not work. You might as well just do the work. Y'all got a box and you're moving it and bringing the box in. Just buy the fucking PlayStation at that point.
Right.
It'd be real simple. You just buy the fucking PlayStation, give it to the boy, call it a day. All this herky jerky shit is way more work than just giving him the
Be
PlayStation.
the same people that be talking about take a pay cut for the team.
Right,
Take a pay cut for the team.
I just
Exactly.
don't the management team orchestrating that. How do you morally even think like let me fake give this kid a PlayStation 5 to make his dream come true for Christmas, but when we get off cam,
Sound like
we
somebody
gonna
that should
take
be
it
fucking
away.
fired, don't it?
I hope
We gonna
somebody
take
was
it away
fired for
from
that.
him. Yeah,
blunder.
that's.
Sounds
I don't
like-
even know how you can even just think of doing that.
Well, I got the exact opposite. Well, maybe not the exact opposite. I gave the worst. Again, shout out to No Dunks. Here's the best thing that happened this week in the NBA. And it comes from Phoenix Suns owner Mat Ishbia.
Oh, I know exactly what you're about to talk about.
Winning starts with our fans. When I walk the concourse at games, there aren't food options for families who don't want to spend a lot of money. That needs to change. So today, we're rolling out our $2 value menu at all Suns games. So we're talking about $2 dogs, waters, sodas, chips, and popcorn. $2.
I love it, bro.
This, yeah.
I like it.
You don't love it?
What? I like it. One thing. Me and my family weren't able to go to Suns games when I was young. I went to spot games. How about we find a way where we can watch that shit for free?
The biggest thing that people are saying, like, this is great. Shout out to Mat Ishbia. Hopefully this is the first step for other teams to do it. But also, if you're in the Phoenix area, you can't watch your favorite team right now because of their TV deal. So it's like, this is cool for the people in arena, but what about us at home that can't
So a
even
lot of
afford to get
cities
in?
are going through this TV deal thing.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
crazy.
epidemic right now, Darrick.
Yeah.
That shit is stupid.
Like, I'll spend the money at the arena. When I go to the game, I know what I'm walking into. It's a part of it. But I'm only going to a couple games out of 41 that's going to be at home. What about the 39 while I'm at home and I'm not going to the game?
Oh, wait,
That's a
I'm
fact,
sorry.
though.
Mat Ishbia is the one owner that has solved that problem, where if you asked the Phoenix Suns or emailed or something for a TV antenna to watch your team, they send it for free.
Hey,
So
Mat
that's
Ishbia
really
is
good.
changing the game.
So he's just over there cooking up. I like that.
So
Because at the end of the day, he's a
we love that
billionaire
shit.
already.
Yeah, we
We
do.
love that shit.
We
He's
love
a
that
billionaire.
shit.
So there
We
you go.
love
And
that.
plus, why wouldn't you try to get the most people to watch your product or your team?
Even
Like,
if it is
try
for
to
free,
make it
right?
easy as possible. I know this is gonna be hard and there's loopholes. Everybody got the contracts now.
Because
But
at the end of the day, fandom is one thing that you want to keep.
yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So if there's a 7-year-old that can't watch his city team, he's not going to become a fan of that team.
No,
he's going to be a
he's-
fan of the Lakers because they're on TV every
ESPN,
fucking
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's an antenna. Watch your hometown team and grow up as a Kevin Durant, a Devin Booker, Ryan Dunn fan by watching
Yep.
every night.
You can't have a Ryan Dunn muse without being able to watch.
That's a fact.
So shout out to Mat Ishbia. It seemed like he's trying to change the game, and maybe owners will take action and do similar.
I like this mindset though. You said that families shouldn't come here and have to spend $98 just to get a
Right,
hot
because in
dog,
theory, you already
popcorn.
spent
Yeah.
$290 to get the tickets.
Well, he
And
said
there
a family of 4 used to spend $98 on a hot dog, water, and popcorn. Now they can enjoy the same meal for $24. Our fans and community are the foundation of what we do, and we will continue to invest in making the best organization in basketball on and off the court.
That's
And
it's
it's
beautiful.
I love this so much because when you think from a business standpoint, because it is a business, and you can't be always mad at these people trying to make money because it is a business. But when you have there's so many ways to get creative. You can make a family package where you buy your seats and it comes with a certain voucher to get a certain amount of shit at the
Yeah.
cassette.
I think-
There's ways that they just lazy because they just want to charge me $19 for a fucking pretzel.
Yeah, I know Costco. They did a thing where they kept their prices for their like hot dog and a pizza. Like I think it's like $1.50, $2. They kept it like that in they're losing on it too. Like they're losing money on it, but they kept it just so they can have like the same people come in and always expect that same price. They didn't want to lose out on that loyalty. So they said, hell, we'll lose out on some profit, but we know we're going to get that back from all the loyalty, the loyal customers and everything like that.
That subscription allows Costco to always keep things at a nice rate.
And most people that's going to the Costco doors are not just getting a hot dog.
Right.
Yes.
So you're making that money up by getting them in the door. They're already paying for bulk stuff. And, hey, here's a hot dog at a $2 loss for us. It's not that big of a loss in the grand scheme of our company. So,
but
and that's what
a lot
it's
of
about.
billionaires just ain't like that. A lot of them are just selfish and just I don't know. I'm not a billionaire, but I've always envisioned myself, and I'm just like, why would I be selfish?
But I don't think you have to be that way even as a billionaire. I mean, that's just like.
Are you selfish now? Would you say with the amount, you're not a millionaire? I don't think. Maybe I don't know. Would you call yourself? Love that. Would you call yourself selfish now?
No.
I don't. Do you think it's? I think that's one of the things that doesn't shift, right?
Yeah.
We're like, I mean, maybe money can change your morals and everything, but I feel like it is you as a person at the end of the day. Maybe Mat Ishbia has always just been a giving guy and found a way to become a billionaire.
Yeah.
And some of these other dudes is maybe the opposite. I don't know.
We grew up around people who were privileged and had money, right, from middle school up to high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely right. It is who you are. There's a lot of people who come from that type of thinking where like you don't share. You know what I mean? You are selfish. That's just kind of what it is. But like I'll be mind blowing because like in business, kind of like how Mike says, like there are certain losses that you're gonna have. So you might as well find a way to have losses that can help benefit you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know one business scheme where you just win every single time. So why not take a loss that's going to also help me?
Yeah,
Once you're a gambling company.
concession prices
They
are
taking
so
losses
crazy.
all the time. You see them $5 turn into $1 million. Those sometimes it don't hit for us. It definitely don't hit
And
for
honestly,
us.
I wonder how much it really costs to get all the supplies for all the concession stands and all that, because they overpriced the mess out of stuff at concession stands. I'm talking about waters be $8 to $10.
Me and Darrick went to that comedy show, and he got a drink. And how much was that drink?
$44.
$44
That's
for
the
a
bottle.
That's
single
insane.
drink.
That's the bottle.
That's crazy.
The bottle that they bought to make the drink had to be $40.
What
Yeah.
drink was it? I don't even remember.
It was like a Sprite with tequila.
There you go.
But yeah,
I
so
Who
remember,
knows
like,
what type of
man,
tequila it
even
was,
if
too.
they lowering them prices, it can't be hurting them that damn much, bro. Because they was already making about twice off of it what they was probably paying for it. In honesty,
More generous billionaires. What America needs.
Generous people.
I love
You don't
people
have
that
to be
say
a
it for the
billionaire to be
billionaires.
generous. Even though, I mean, I guess they should be the most generous. But
It killed me when I'm at a register and then the $1 billion company is asking me, do I want to donate to help solve this problem? And I'm like, what?
You got kids. You got your own problem.
I heard that
Y'all
they
can
also
literally
did.
fix the problem.
I
Y'all
heard
have
that.
all the money and all the means to fix the problem.
They did already. They're using you to make the money back.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's when they like invest or they put money into something, and then like the foundation gives them that so they can get kind of that money back. They
that the
already
way it
put that
works?
money in.
So they're
They
not,
basically
they're
already
not
put
doing
that
it out of
money
the
in.
kindness of their heart.
They've
Or
already done it. So
Yeah.
you sending your dollar to the Pierre Andreessen Foundation through Wendy's. Wendy's already did it.
Okay.
You're just paying Wendy's back.
Oh, that's, I guess.
In some cases, I don't want to act
Yeah.
like that's always the case, but I have read and heard, and it's been breaking down through that certain times that that's what it is.
Okay.
Now, I can't put that on every company. Maybe every company is saying every dollar that we goes to the St. Jude's. You know what I mean? Maybe that is a theory. I don't want to crush it. But, yeah, that's why when I see that shit, I be like, no, fuck out my face. But I always tip.
Yes,
when I go to
always
Starbucks
tip.
and they say, hey, you got to answer this prompt before you pay. Would you like to leave a tip? $1 every time. $1, $1, $1, $1. I go to RH. I go to these restaurants here. That's 20. That's 15. 20, 15. You was rude. Your little dumb ass getting 10 this time. But
Oh, bad service definitely get a bad. I'm always tipping on the scale of what my service was.
For sure.
And but some things isn't on the waiter.
exactly.
Like if my food was bad or whatever,
Oh, okay,
the waiter
yeah.
not back there
I'm
making the
tipping
food.
regardless. It's just the height of
Yeah.
it. You can get a $25 tip from me if it's at that, but you're going to get 10 at the least because
Yeah.
your frustrations as a waiter may have came from somebody else.
Yeah.
I had this conversation last time I went to lunch with my mom, and I picked up the tab completely. And it was a pretty expensive one. It was 7 people at the table. And I was trying to explain to them that even though we spent a lot of money, we can't just tip $5 to because that money goes to the restaurant.
Yeah.
This waiter that was so great to us, by the way, this tip is basically their livelihood at this moment in time. So I'm usually a good 20%er, and then if the service is really good, then we can talk after that. But
$5 is crazy.
yeah, that's right. We got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get into Mills Mans of the Week. NBA All-Star voting is open. We're going to put together our ballot, and then we're going to tell you where we think every star player that is on the market will be traded. Stay tuned.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
It's an interesting week in the NBA, Darrick, so I'm curious to who is the Mills Mans of the Week?
I think basketball is funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
In many ways. But in one way, it's like when you criticize a player, they like flip that switch.
He shut your ass up.
He shut your ass up a little bit. Anfernee
beauty of it.
Simons,
Oh.
since I said that he was a very disappointing player this week, last week actually, he didn't flip the switch. And he didn't turn to the Anfernee Simons that I thought he should have been from the get-go. Hitting game winners, getting 30 points and 10 assists in a game. Like, against Denver, he had 28 and 10. Against Phoenix, he had 24 and 5. And then against Sacramento, he gave them 33 and 7. So, like, it seems like Anfernee Simons, whatever has happened, flipped the switch.
He needed the voice of the Portland Trailblazers to call him out, and you did.
I think I did.
He is the voice of the Trailblazers. I'm glad the guards turned it up. Or Anfernee turned it up.
Shaden Sharp been doing this thing too.
I need my guy Scoot to turn it up. I'm gonna keep preaching it till it happens.
I don't
How
know.
long do you give it? We had this conversation all the time with players. Some people on this panel gave Ben Simmons an extra 5 years.
He's my Ben Simmons.
Okay.
I'm giving it a long time.
That's fair.
I don't care.
Who's your Ben Simmons?
Scoot Henderson?
Ben Simmons
But-
did something.
I was gonna say Ben Simmons doesn't did.
Hell no, that ain't your fucking Ben Simmons because you had him in a 2K thing.
I mean, I liked him prior to that 2K.
And
No, but
Scoot
you
was in
love
year- and
you
Scoot was in
loved
year
him
2.
after the 2K shit. Do not let 2K fuck
I
up
liked
your
him a lot
reality.
after that summer league. It's just too bad he didn't do shit after that.
He can be, if you want to give him a 7-year runway to be great, so be it.
Hey,
We'll give you that
come on,
opportunity.
man. He got 7 years.
I got love for my people. I don't want that for you.
I got 7 years. He
He
got
gonna
7
forget
years.
he even said this in about
Yes.
2 months.
He gonna be like have one of the minus 50, minus 60, one of those.
Yeah. All right, NBA All-Star voting is officially open. This year's, of course, different. We have 4 different teams, one of them being the Rising Stars, and then we have 3 sets of real
Now, one
All-Stars.
player has said they like this, by the way.
Kevin Durant came
I
out
was
and said his exact words was, I hate it, absolutely hate it, terrible. We should just go back to East versus West.
I agree.
When they said they was doing this, they said they was on the phone with Steph Curry. Like, so like this was. I'm assuming.
Who the hell is Steph Curry?
He's just a guy.
Well, it's also in the city, so they probably.
No, I'm saying, though, that don't make Kevin Durant like it.
No, I'm just saying it's just funny that Steph Curry probably helped curate this idea and everybody's shitting on it.
The reality is, it's not much they could have done to change it that people are gonna like. At the end of the day, it boils down to the players caring. And if Kevin Durant saying he don't like it, that probably tells me he probably not gonna give a damn. So it's gonna fail.
And the East versus West thing is so.
He also didn't give a damn when it was East versus West, though. So
I get the idea.
I don't know. KD gave us some performances.
Yeah.
He's got some MVPs.
I just think the All-Star game the competitive nature is just gone. Honestly, it hasn't been like that for a minute now, and I guess the last time it really felt like
two
that.
cool ass dudes.
It really
What was it about the Chicago?
Says
one
that as a
made them wanna
pause.
go
is that
out
when
with
they
fans?
had the
Elam ending.
yeah they had the
Elam ending made
ending.
it worth it, and they got rid of it because I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see how you saw what happened in Chicago and say, oh, they
That
actually
felt like a
hooped.
once in a lifetime experience being there for that because it really was.
Or
that
was it
fun.
just because of the fact that it was in the UC?
Nah,
I think it
don't
was
UC carries that much.
Kobe
weight.
had
I think it
passed.
was yeah.
Kobe had
Yeah.
just passed.
True. That was what, a month after.
It was before COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and they played. But you have to remember what happened after that. Kemba Walker damn near didn't play the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Then COVID did happen, and
Not only did Kemba not play for the rest of the year, he
That's when
basically ain't had a really good season after that. Like his career
Yeah.
was practically over.
Y'all
after
had
that.
stayed in the hotel, and me and Derek went to one of them events. I can't remember. It was
was
like
like
the
slam dunk contest.
It was
Yeah.
a slam dunk three 3-point contest. I don't even remember that. Yeah. But I remember it was cold as hell because we walked there.
Yeah, we had to. You couldn't go directly to the arena.
You got dropped off.
Yeah,
far.
you got dropped off far, and you had to walk to the arena.
That's why I'm happy we didn't go because that was when I had Harold's.
Oh yeah,
I was in the hotel. But yeah, it's a new format this year. 4 different teams. One of them is the Rising Stars. 3 of them are real All-Stars. They're being coached by a lot of the inside of the NBA guys. Candace Parker has the Rising Stars, but then you got Chuck Kenny and Shaq as the other 3 captains. And I thought it would just be interesting to try to give out a ballot right now. It's only.
I think Shaq is a good coach.
It's the All-Star game.
I'm just thinking. I'm just talking in theory.
Why is him the first? Well, you think Chuck is a good coach? Why is Shaq the first that you go with? Yeah, I think Shaq is a good coach. Do you think Chuck is a good coach?
Maybe.
I don't think coaching is going to matter one bit in this game.
But I don't like how he just came on my uncle.
All right, give me an Eastern Conference guard. Remember, there's only 2 spots. We're only doing starters, basically. Eastern Conference guard. Options. LaMelo Ball, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Maxey, and this is ranked by points per game. Cam Thomas, Jalen Brunson, Tyler Hero, Cade Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell, Zach LaVine, Trae Young, Darius Garland, Tyrese Halliburton, Kobe White, Derek White.
Donovan Mitchell will probably get my first vote as a starter.
Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell locked?
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. Donovan Mitchell is locked. Now let's look at the second guard. Same names I mentioned. LaMelo, Dame, Tyrese Maxey.
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson is one of the dudes. His picture, he got a headband on. He looked weird as hell. Looked weird in that picture. Thick headband, too.
What the hell?
I don't think I've ever seen him with a headband on.
Yes, it's a little weird. He says Jalen Brunson. Where do y'all vote for?
It's either Dame or Jalen Brunson, but I'm not against Jalen Brunson either.
Jalen Brunson.
All right. Let's look at front court, Eastern Conference. Giannis. Damn. You say you're going to get you a bucket now, as you should.
It's just not.
But here are the people. Let me just give you the pool. Giannis, Tatum, Towns, Wagner, Jaylen Brown, RJ Barrett, Joel Embiid, Brandon Miller, Nikola Vucevic, Pascal Siakam.
You got to be Giannis, Tatum, and
Giannis, Tatum, and then Cat. I think that's pretty.
Yeah, it just falls in line.
Yes. Okay, now Western Conference.
But if that boy was Embiid playing like he was in that mask, somebody finna move out the way.
Western Conference guards. We got Shea, Luka, De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, Kyrie Irving, Norman Powell, James Harden, Steph Curry, Ja Morant.
Luka. I mean, Shea, I guess. They're both going to start.
I thought Luka Shea.
Luka Shea?
Luka Shea.
Okay, Luka Shea. Boom, boom. And then now we could get to the forwards, which I think could be really interesting. Or front court. I keep saying forwards. It's Jokic, Davis, Durant, Wembanyama, Williams. Why is Zion even? LeBron James, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson Jr., J-Dub, Sabonis, Randall, Market, and Şengün.
I would honestly think
Jokic is the lock, right? Now after that, what do you go?
Anthony Davis and Vic.
Anthony Davis, Vic. I'm not mad at that. What do y'all think?
Then we can go OG and give it to the OG and go Bron.
Wait.
I would be completely okay if we didn't give Bron a vote because we know he's going to get the votes.
True.
I'm going to do something a little different. And I hope y'all don't hate me for it. Jokic is the lock. Mm-hmm. My other 2 is Wemby and Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren is a starter.
Yeah.
He's been playing great. I'm not mad.
You say you can't go for that because you want AD in there?
Anthony Davis.
Is just better?
No, I'm going to go AD.
Anthony Davis playing like top 5 in the world.
But I'm not mad at the Wemby pick.
Wemby locked?
Wemby can start.
25 points per game, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3.5 blocks.
Top 5 player in the world right now, or was?
I think he's still having that type of season. He had like a couple games where he wasn't looking like that, but when he's a good 30, about 14 with like 3-4 blocks right now.
What stats are you thinking about?
I'm talking about when he at his pinnacle, at his best games.
Well,
Zion.
I'm not talking about his game to game.
That's why I just asked you. I said was or is right now.
He is.
His averages are 27.5, 12, and 3. I can't see his blocks here, so. We locking in Wembanyama. That feels like a consensus.
Vic is a lock.
Okay. And then this last spot, again, it's Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Bron, Jaren, Sabonis, J-Dub, Ingram, for whatever reason.
I mean,
my
vote is AD.
AD?
Yeah, give him AD.
AD. Boom. That is our first official ballot, and I'll read it for the people at home. Luka, Shea, Davis, Wembanyama, Jokic versus, not even versus because it's not East versus West, but you get me. Brunson, Mitchell, Towns, Tatum, Antetokounmpo.
That West team is big as hell. Is Anthony Davis, Jokic, and Wemby? Damn. And then Luka's also 6'8".
Yeah. Shea, what, 6'6"?
Yeah, that's
The Grizzlies playing too good to have an all-star.
No, they'll have Jaren is a lock for all-star.
John Morant's going to be an all-star too, probably.
I don't know.
Guards loaded for sure.
I think Jaren, if they got one this season, I would vote for Jaren.
Yeah, because Steph is going to make his strictly off. Yeah. So
And you heard them forwards.
And then Fox.
Ingram, Sabonis.
Kyrie still.
Oh, yeah, Kyrie.
It's a lot, yeah. I
Do the
would
Kings
guess
get
Jaren.
2?
I
Being
don't know if
that
they
bad?
get a single. I
No.
mean, there's an argument for 2 or 0. like real talk. There's an argument for 2
I
or
don't
0.
think they get 2.
Yeah. Because they're not going to be – the Lakers got 2 last year and they were that bad. But they don't also have a LeBron James.
I was going to say, it's damn near the
levels to
man.
the shit,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because right now, where the Kings looking at? They are the 12th seed right now, 2 games under. It's like 2 All-Stars on 2 games under. It's not like the craziest thing we've ever seen, but also it feels
James
unlikely.
Harden is an all-star guard again. That could get in way of Shea.
I hope he somehow get in there.
Harden?
Yeah.
But then, that second half of the season, if Ja gets snubbed, he going to spaz.
Good for the NBA.
I love that. I love that type of stuff.
You know what I was thinking about yesterday as I was watching?
Would it be a snub?
He would probably take it as a snub.
Okay.
I was watching hoops and just paying attention to the sneakers. I think we are in not the golden era because the golden era is we're past it, but we're in a really good era of signature shoes, I think.
Yeah.
The new Hardens, even the last Hardens, the 8s and the 9s are amazing. Puma's new sneaker, we were talking about that. Puma's new sneaker is really good.
Which one?
The purple one that who's wearing it? Then the shooter's wearing.
Are they LaMelo?
No.
No, they're just a Puma.
The Nitro.
Nobody exactly. And then you got LeBron's last 3 sneakers feel so much better than the bulky era that he had.
I think Giannis' shoe is underrated.
Devin Booker's are my favorite, and then Tatum's are really great.
Yep.
I'm waiting for the perfect colorway to get a pair myself.
The Dames are good too. I know. I didn't want to. I felt like if I say that, it would sound like I'm glazing, but
Which it does. But
they are a good shoe.
It's getting to that point, bro. Anytime you have a preference or something, it's leaning towards the Dame.
right?
I'm just speaking. We speaking shoes.
Holy shit, you've done it 3 or 4 times already.
How?
he just did it in the All-Star voting.
I'm either going to take Dame or Brunson. but he couldn't get the shit out. Giannis. Giannis.
Even though I would probably never wear them myself, them low-top Jokic's are not bad, bro.
I didn't see the low top.
Bro, look them up. Look up the
ones.
low-top Jokic's
Stop
that
fucking
just
talking
dropped,
to me.
bro. They're not a bad sneaker.
Stop fucking talking.
They're not a bad sneaker.
What
Julius Randle Siggy's?
Hey,
I seen them
I
wearing
ain't
them, I
wearing
ain't
them,
like
P. I ain't wearing them low top Jokic.
Well,
But
no,
you know
they're not built for you,
but
but
you know
they're
KB
just
like ugly shit. He's a Chris Paul fan.
You got the picture right now? No, Chris Paul sneakers have never been good.
But you
Oh,
bought
these?
some.
Yeah, I did buy some. These are not a bad looking sneaker. If that shit had a swoosh on it, people would be hooping in them.
It kind of do
but
look like
it don't
the
got a
KDs.
swoosh on it.
It kind of do look like the
I'm not even thinking
KDs.
about.
Though.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good era of signature
What
sneakers.
fucking
right now.
KDs these look like?
The low top ones.
No, man.
I can
fuck
see it
they
a little
don't.
bit.
All I'm saying is that if you were a sneaker guy, there's a lot going on. Anthony Edwards, didn't even mention his name.
Yeah,
He's got one
Edwards
of the
shoes
best
are nice,
signature
too.
shoes out there.
Those Jokic is cool. I don't see what you see
I
about
will
Kevin
say the
Durant.
price point of these Jokic's are very nice.
Like $100.
Yeah, they're like
$199?
$100.
Kyrie with the Anta.
Oh,
I haven't
Kyrie
really
shoes.
seen much of those.
I've seen some.
I like them.
Yeah, they clean, but
Other than the ones with the tassels that he hooped in last season. I don't know
Those
if he
was
still
hard,
hooped
too.
in.
Those was hard.
But I'm just saying.
and then
hey,
there's-
we
you
got a lot
always
to
still
do.
got the Kobe's.
Kobe's are always.
The
gonna be
Kobe's
there.
will
But,
always
that's
be there.
That's the
old
number
era
one.
that keep you dropping.
That's why you can't say that this is the golden era.
Yeah, because even like the South Beach Bronze, that's
KD
all the same era.
fours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some.
Remember Steph Curry had us about Under Armour. Remember that championship pack we bought? That came with the
Yeah.
white.
I remember
Wasn't
that.
it the
Yes,
shoe that messed up
yes.
your toe?
Your toe was bleeding. I
That's
definitely remember you
from the
hooping in those.
KDs.
Oh, those are the KDs.
KDs?
Them KDs that had that long.
Yeah.
The shoes that are like that, like the Currys that go all the way up, it's so hard to figure out the swag with them because they're
Yes,
so
they
high
block
that you don't
your
know what to do with the socks.
Yeah, they
and
block your sock. I got them Kobe's.
The
high
red ones, right?
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna sport them, but we're gonna see.
I wanted them I wanted the Kobe's with the built-in ankle braces. That's what you're talking about?
That's what you're talking about, yeah.
I wanted them when I was a shorty.
But you had the other Kobe's that came with the little smaller ankle brace. Remember?
I don't think I ever got a pair with the ankle brace, or maybe it was I had the Kobe 7s and the Kobe 6s.
Yeah, they were low top, but they had like a little ankle thing in there. They didn't have the high thing that I got.
Yeah,
but
no,
they had that little-
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I remember you used to have them at the Y. I was like, okay.
The Spurs are monitoring De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, because De'Aaron Fox and Rich Paul are watching the situation with the Kings.
Yeah. But it also just came out, Rich Paul just said that De'Aaron Fox has not requested a trade at all.
Yeah, I don't think you have to officially request it, though. You know, that's manager, agent jargon.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's get into some players that we think will get traded, though. We got a list of about 13 different players. I'm going to say some names. We're going to talk through where we think they're going to get traded. Starting off with Mr. Zach LaVine.
For me personally, I'm just going off what I would enjoy more.
Sure.
The Lakers. I think that is a more intriguing location for me to see Zach LaVine go. I think that him playing with AD and LeBron kind of unlocks a lot of things for that team, especially when you're talking about they go through times where they could struggle to score. And I think it also just gives them a more athletic wing that they could really run and play a little bit more faster with. And I just think he can just really be himself there. Like, I think what he's doing in Chicago, he doesn't really get hindered in L.A. I think that's probably one of the best things for him, like a better fit.
My question to you, because earlier you said you didn't like the fit with Denver, and you mentioned defense, which 100% I understand that. You think that the Lakers acquiring Zach LaVine changes the ceiling more for them versus the Denver Nuggets acquiring Zach LaVine?
No. Well, yeah, in a way. I also just don't like him in Denver just because I don't like him at the 3 there.
They've been playing 3 for like 2 years now, basically.
Yeah, but it just don't.
They're losing a lot of size in this
Yeah.
hypothetical trade. We talk.
Even though I know MPJ isn't doing nothing crazy for you defensively, but he's still a 6'10"
They're
body.
not a great rebounder team, and you
Yeah.
trade Michael Porter Jr., you lose a bit of that as well. So I understand what you're saying. What about you, Mike? Do you think about that for the Lakers hypothetically? If y'all acquire Zach LaVine, does that change your like outlook on the team?
I think it does, just because we lack, like Demil said, we sometimes lack that scoring. Besides, I guess, LeBron at times, and I guess Austin Reeves has done it, D'Lo has kind of been the one that's been struggling a lot, but we don't have those explosive players that can give us 10 to 15 in a quarter type thing. And I think Zach LaVine will be able to kind of fill that. And then also we could, not a really good defensive team, but at least we have a defensive anchor to at least help him out in that way. So I could see it a little bit. But I don't think it's changing it to the point where it's like, yeah, I think we finna make this run once we get to the playoffs, because that's the whole goal for the Lakers is to get as deep as you can in the playoffs.
Yeah, I want Zach LaVine to go to a team where he can compete. So I like the idea of him in Denver.
I do too.
I've come around a little bit.
I think, and it's been, I guess, you could talk about the game with the Blazers, and I didn't even like closely watch that game, but it's been a story for Denver this whole season that like they don't have no easy games. I mean, they literally lost that game where Jokic had like 50, 60 points to the Wizards, and they came back and they bust the Hawks' ass. But it's like every game has been grinded out. They need somebody who else could step up in the scoring production, and Zach LaVine will do that for your team.
Yeah. I mean, the major thing is, like, I think Darrick said, you tweeted like, damn, the Trailblazers are handing it to the Nuggets or whatever it was. And I said they need this guy.
Yes.
And a lot of people are like, hey, Zach LaVine is not stopping the Trailblazers from dropping 66 points and a half. I'm like, you got me there. You know what I'm saying? You got me there. But I just kind of like, you watch the two-man game between Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, and though that is years and years of reps for it to get that way, I like what Zach LaVine could potentially do. And in the vacuum, he would be the most talented player Jokic has ever played with.
Yeah. I mean, I also
especially on the offensive end.
I like that deal for the Bulls too. Like, I just think I view it as that it's not a one move thing for the Bulls. They bringing in MPJ to try to shop him around as well, and probably try to find a third team who would probably want Michael Porter Jr.'s services, but at a draft capital type of expense.
You keep saying that. I just don't. Where are you sending him?
Teams will call definitely for Michael Porter Jr. Especially when you're talking about a team
give me 3.
who is gonna be.
I
don't
3.
know. I don't know who.
You can't give me 2. Can't give me 1.
Maybe the Bucks will call if they can. I don't know. Maybe.
Chris Middleton for MPJ, basically.
Yeah.
Even though Chris Middleton's ceiling is just what he did in the playoffs last year.
I love how you just go to the Bucks.
I'm just thinking of teams that's desperate and might be wanting to make moves. Because I don't think MPJ is a dude that's gonna go to the Bulls and just sit there.
I think if they did that trade, he would be a Bull.
I would say, I think, yeah, he fits, honestly. Yeah, like, he just catch and shoot.
Unfortunately, he fits.
He just catch and shoot. And he, honest, at that point.
And also because I don't know, like, I like MPJ, but if that was the case, the Nuggets would do a little bit more shopping.
Could Detroit get in on the MPJ as a team that needs more shooting and have contracts and looking to add stuff? Make it a 3-team, or they take MPJ, we get the salary filler, and then Zach LaVine goes to Denver? I'm just naming teams that I know has a salary filler and could use shooting.
Why, if Detroit is going to use picks?
Oh, I didn't say picks at all.
Oh, he said picks.
Oh.
So that is my main question, too. At 35 plus per, what is the value of Michael Porter Jr. on the market being aggressively shopped? We're seeing him thrown into a trade for Zach, but he's not being aggressively shopped. Is it draft capital? Is it just expiring deals? Do the Bulls, you're telling me the Bulls would not want Michael Porter Jr. so bad that they say, give me Tim Hardaway Jr. $19 million, give me a couple extra years of Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, I was going to say, make sure Isaiah Stewart in that trade, please.
They don't want Michael Porter Jr. that bad?
Well, this front office would love Michael Porter Jr. because he's still a good basketball player. So in their mind, the 9th seed is still in play, baby. That's probably what they would be thinking. I am team, I don't want no fucking talent on the roster right now. Let's retain this first-round pick that we have. That's the way I see it. So if it is Tim Hardaway and Isaiah Stewart coming back,
you'll take.
I'm down.
For the 7th pick?
It's better than not having a pick at all.
I think you would still get the 7th pick. Michael Porter Jr. ain't walking through the Bulls saving shit.
But he will
and you probably still trading Vucevic. As long as you trade, once you trade Zach and Vooch, I think you're going to be all right.
I think he would add a few wins. And in this world.
With Vooch, yeah. But if you get rid of Vooch, and who your starter sitting when Vooch go? Jalen Smith?
We put Modest at the 5, man.
Yeah.
6'10", 135. Run this center position, please.
Y'all ain't going to be on nothing.
Oh, yeah, Abdoma Sanogo. What'd you say about Zach LaVine?
Clippers.
Clippers fans have been in my mentions a lot.
I think the Clippers make sense,
but
too.
I am like you. I love the Nuggets. I'm a Zach LaVine fan, young Hollywood. I want to see my boy play in the playoffs. So,
same.
You know?
Clippers, in order to make that happen, is what?
Norman Powell.
Does Norman Powell
Norman Powell has to be in the trade.
He literally has to.
And they could argue that the production that Norman Powell is giving them is at least on par with what Zach is doing right now.
My only question is going to be, is he Zach LaVine?
No,
which
he's
he is
not.
not. So you trade him. You can, like, I don't give a fuck about the couple months start. He's not Zach LaVine.
They have other than Norman Powell's $19 million with their PJ Tucker's 11, and then Terrence Mann's 11 that turns to 15 next year.
Well, they
they should be aggressive.
Last year.
Yeah, I'm sure they regret that a little bit.
Anybody that's been untouchable, it just ain't really worked out. Like
yeah,
that.
Is he the worst?
Like 99%
Is he the
of
worst player to ever be deemed untouchable?
Do you see Brandon Podziemski?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, next player. We'll stick with Chicago and then
I
NBA.
hopes fair prize.
Vucevic.
For me, it was probably like for all the bigs on here, I wouldn't be mad if New York somehow got into the mix if they can. Just because I would love to see Cat be able to play the 4 a little bit more.
Oh, we want Cat in that tray.
We good. We good.
Or either the Lakers. I'm looking for teams that
the Lakers
really
want to
put.
I'll put the Lakers down, but
Like-
the Knicks, we good.
The Lakers probably should be shopping like any big man is probably like in the trade market right now, just because we need size so bad.
Yeah.
Once Anthony Davis checks out that game, it's Coloco time.
I want the Knicks to
Jackson
get a
Hayes
different type
time.
of big. Vucevic is good, but I don't want that type of big with the Knicks. We want a dirty work big. The opposite of Carlton
So
at
you-
times.
Also, yeah, Clint
Give me
Capela.
Nick
We have
Ri-
Clint Capela
give
on
me
this list
Nick
too, and
Richards.
He was a guy that I would really like in New York. I think he literally fits what he could do.
I wouldn't mind.
Similar to what Rudy Gobert did. Not to the same
I
extent.
think he's like Mitchell Robinson. He's more so like Mitchell Robinson than Rudy Gobert.
He's just like a defensive anchor.
He's more like Mitchell Robinson than Rudy Gobert.
I had Miami.
For who?
For
Vucevic.
Vooch,
Remember him at the 4?
put Bam at the 4.
They've been looking for a year, according to all reports. What center fits the most where Bam can still do whatever Bam does? Is Vooch.
I think
Are they
defensive
looking for a center?
infrastructure.
Because Khalil Ware can't buy minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's exactly what I was about to
He can't
say.
walk into there and literally buy minutes.
Maybe Spo's just letting
They
us know
literally
he's not
drafted
good.
him for the experiment of playing Bam at the 4, and then they didn't do it.
I trust Spo, right? You trust Spo?
He hasn't shown me I can trust him.
Damn. 15 years
All right,
of being one of the best coaches in the league?
I'm not going that far.
I said can't.
Oh, okay.
I said can't.
Oh.
I'd say can't trust him.
I heard Kent.
Okay. But he ain't perfect either though. Even though I can't trust him, he ain't perfect.
Yeah, but
And I don't
his
know
coaching staff
because he
development has
hasn't
been really
played.
good.
He hasn't played Khalil Ware. I don't know what to think of him. Maybe Khalil Ware don't deserve minutes, but I don't know. I don't know.
I always look at that and say we don't see the stuff that happen at practice.
Yeah, it's a 50-50
And so like
split.
there's stuff that happens at practice to where Spo.
Didn't he have motor issues coming into the draft anyway?
Yeah, he did.
That's not a team that you can have motor issues on.
Hell no.
Name the third guy. I don't want to talk with my mouth.
But usually you have an option. That's all I'm saying. Your options been what Kevin Love for 3
Brandon
minutes.
Ingram. I didn't mean to cut you off,
The
but
Memphis
Brandon Ingram.
Grizzlies. The Memphis
Yeah.
Grizzlies.
It was Memphis, Miami. For me, those were like 2 teams I would like to see him on.
I put
Also, I just think him being hurt indefinitely right now kind of hurts him a lot right now. So if I'm a opposing team, I just don't know how to gauge this injury. I don't know how much info is out there on it.
I put Charlotte. A team that could be just looking for talent and be one of those like, you know what? Let's just buy on him since we're probably not going to get many people in free agency. And I think they just need to up the talent on their roster. I think LaMelo and B-Mills, they're cool and they're getting it done, but we want to keep adding to that.
I put Clippers for him. Cheaper than Zach LaVine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did in my Clipper series. We went and got B.I. He saved our season.
Probably the biggest name that could maybe be on the market, Jimmy Butler is next.
You know what's great? The intriguing thing about this is that he is linked to Phoenix, and I was just looking at it, and I'm just like, that shit just don't look good. Like, it sound good because it's Jimmy. I think his mentality fits that team, but I just don't think him as a basketball player really fits that team a lot. Just because you're going to have 3 heavy mid-range shooting guys on your team. That just don't – it looks like
I agree wholeheartedly with you. I have no disagreement with anything you said. They probably just like, man, he better than Bradley Beal.
Yeah, but also Bradley Beal has to agree to be traded. Man, I think
Also,
we
the
talked
Miami
about this
Heat
on
have to say
playback.
we want Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think we
don't know
talked
if they
about this
do.
too, where you was like, I don't know if I'm Bradley Beal and a team asking me to get traded and you decide to decline your trade option. That just kind of seemed weird.
Yeah, if I personally was Bradley Beal,
Yeah.
and the Suns had a deal on the table where they could trade me to Miami, which means they want to trade me, and this hasn't been a perfect marriage, I'm not waiving my no trade. I don't want to be somewhere. When he was in Washington and he built his community there, he built his family there, he got a home there, he grew up there, understand. But I don't really have this much attachment to Phoenix, and it has not been what we all thought it was going to be. So yeah, I'll go to Miami. Y'all don't want me to be here? Cool. I'll go my ass happily to Miami. Have a little bit of a bigger role. Not nothing. I'm never going back to probably the Washington role, but I'll have a little bit more of a role. I wanted to go to Miami originally, and as long as that $50 million hit my account, I'll go. I'll go. But I don't understand when people do that, unless you just have like Nolan Arenado just waived his no trade clause and he didn't go to Houston. Maybe he just don't like rock with the Astros with the cheating scandal. That's different. But like, yeah, that's just me personally. I don't know what Bradley Beal would do, what he wouldn't do. But no trade clause and be like, nah, y'all don't want me, but you got to keep me.
Yeah, how does that look again? Like amongst your peers, it's like you just won't go or whatever.
They
like
just glaring at him in the locker
yeah,
room.
it's like
He
we
holding
know
us back.
the writing's on
Right,
the wall for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, it's the Heat. It ain't a Charlotte. It ain't a Utah. Those are things that I would be with them. Don't send me to Utah to die off. Hell no. But it's Miami. Miami ain't like no shit show. Like,
Hey, I got some where to spend my 50 M's.
he's a happily married man, freak boy.
You could.
He's
You don't
talking
think
about the shopping
millionaires?
district.
You don't think millionaires?
He didn't go
spend
to the
money?
shopping district with us, so he damn sure ain't
did.
talking about it.
How you know?
You didn't go with us.
I don't even remember what that shopping district was.
Well, you
to
did
begin
go,
with.
but you went to bait. Me and KB was going to Palm Angels.
He said, "How you know?" No,
You
we
talking
went
about
shopping.
in Miami.
Yes, me and Pierre. Y'all didn't want to go. Me and Pierre
Oh, no,
went
I
by
wasn't there.
ourselves.
Yeah, he came.
Oh yeah, you didn't went there yet. Yeah,
didn't wanna
you
go.
didn't want to go. Me and Pierre went to all of the high fashion stores by ourselves because you didn't want to go. You're just chilling.
That's what Boss Man
Man.
D-Lo was talking about.
And I was waiting there while Pierre tried on fucking 13 outfits at Dior. I'm
That
just
shit
sitting
was
there.
expensive.
You want some water? For the third time, no.
That
Thank
shit
you.
was expensive. You gotta try that shit out. I'm not paying $900 for a Dior shirt and be like, it don't really fit. I'm gonna take it back. Hell no. We finna walk through all of this. And she
Go ahead, a podcast on. I was chilling. I wanted to spend some money.
because
I didn't
I'm
spend
tall. I guess she thought I probably was on the team. She started asking me if I knew James Johnson and UD.
money. I would have hit him with a yep.
And I'm like,
You want me to call him real quick?
Like, no, I'm not familiar with them. But I work in NBA, but no, I don't know them. But yeah, you didn't go.
I don't
I think
remember
we went
what.
somewhere in Toronto.
No, we did go together to a sneaker store. And then we went to Bape, and then we went back because
Okay.
everything closed.
But when
the next day,
when motherfuckers
Oh,
started
yeah, the
talking about
next
that
day, yeah,
Dior, that gallery department, Mike said, I'm still tired.
I really like that hotel we was at, though. On the water.
Hell yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah,
My
that
balcony
hotel
was
was
high. I
nice.
ain't
Oh
really
yeah,
like
it
looking down.
was dope. It was.
It
dope.
was so hot.
The best thing about it, the Whole Foods was across the street.
We
Walk
walked
to the
over
Whole
there.
Foods, you know what I'm saying? Pick up some snacks, get some waters, get your electrolyte drinks, because you know we
Man,
just going to be
I
out.
really want to do that again.
Yeah.
We
Coming
had-
soon,
we got
Miami.
you. We
I'm
had-
supposed to be going to Miami in January.
For what?
I'll tell you after.
We
You
had
know
a-
we got to bring Kyron out
we
there.
had a that's what it should get
Shorty.
hard to do.
Shorty, she said, do you want to go upstairs?
Shit, if Kevin Durant made them 2 free throws, he would have been upstairs. But he blew my fucking parlay. It's 2 free throws. Don't you practice this shit?
Hell no.
Damn.
Damn, you turned into Stephen A. Smith at the end right there.
That's how Kyrie talking
He
a little
came. He
bit.
came in the Discord, he came in my stream like a day or two ago. He's like, man, he's like, how the basketball going? He's like, great betting day for me.
Hey, I think because of the parlays, he watches the fifth most basketball in our friend group. Obviously, we're top 4. I think he's number 5. Bro.
He really
You think we
do.
top 4?
Uh-oh.
No, but Kyron.
Hey, no, I summon it. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh. I summon it.
You think you watch more basketball than Kyron?
Yeah.
You think you watch more basketball?
Hell yeah.
This is my card.
Why do you have a
Why do you
million
have
singles?
just a bunch of singles?
He just let Miami.
Because my little brother plays fucking high school basketball, and I go to the concessions where a lot of them don't take card. I watch basketball at all the levels. So
Wait, what
again,
does that have to do with
I
it?
summon. That you asked why do I have cash?
Oh,
in my
no.
house.
No, I didn't say cash. You just had a bunch of singles.
Because my little brother plays high school basketball. When I go to the concession, I have a 20.
He
When
said
I give
that shit
them,
not cash, bro. That's ones on the floor.
when I see a dub right there.
I see a dub.
Because
too.
you don't want to go band for band, do
I
you?
see 2 dubs now. You decent.
You want to go
That's
dub?
the most I've
You-
ever seen.
You want to go band for band?
Nah, we
Because
good.
I've seen you in the strip club, brother.
What do you say?
What did I do in the strip
Your little 2 little things do not match my 7.
Okay.
Okay. Come on, man. Relax.
Y'all
Mother being
crazy.
that stingy with the paper. He be stingy. Lady like this. They're like, I got to be smart, sweetheart. I'm good right now. I got to make this last. They try to be here for 4 hours. I got to make this last. They go 10 though.
crazy.
They go 10. But like me, I go in, motherfucker. Pick it up. Dance on Mike.
You remember I threw that money aggressive as hell?
I am acting. You was serious.
Hey, no, that was one of the funniest things that could have happened.
What was you fucking thinking?
I forgot.
Came in late, talking about
I
something.
forgot.
But point is,
I
did
left
that.
the section, walked downstairs to the
little
poles
cat,
where they were
yeah.
dancing, and he just
Literally throwing it.
And that shit was tightly together, so it just flew hard.
And it was like $30.
Bro, I was
It
telling
wasn't
him
like he was
yesterday.
throwing, you feel me?
yeah.
I was telling him yesterday.
Yankee?
I seen people go to the strip club with $30 and make it last before.
For sure, you can.
That's what I'm talking about. What he do?
Oh yeah.
Y'all
Hey,
are
sweetheart.
Will you throw a few dollars, wait for the next one?
Sweetheart, not right now.
That's a smart way to play it.
I have to make this money stretch. So give me some time.
The wings cost about 20, so you only got about 10.
Barbecue sauce, buffalo sauce, all of the fucking George Washington face got buffalo sauce on it.
You think
But anyway, that's my Yu-Gi-Oh card to summon who he play for. The same list that you've been doing, Mr. I watch basketball more than Kyron's. Show me.
Let's see
Show
if I
me.
can- let me
That's
see if
how I
I
be
can
knowing
find it.
Kyron don't be watching because He don't know any of these damn names.
No, because it ain't his job.
I know.
But when it's time to bet, I bet he know 'em. But yeah, same list. Same list. Let's
Bet
go.
on some names you don't know is crazy.
Huh?
Betting on names you don't know would be hilarious.
No, I think he started to know the names by betting.
Yeah,
Because
for
you bet
sure.
on Pascal Siakam, he don't do shit. But then you see Johnny Furphy had 2 threes. Kyron is definitely like, oh.
No,
Who the
he
hell
be
did-
like, I'm finna take his under. Whatever. He be taking a lot
This
of.
tell you everything. Yeah, P. Paolo ain't get it, but I'm gonna start betting on Wagner.
Bro, that's literally how he be, bro.
Franz Wagner, get betting him. Ain't watch a second. Straight box score watch.
That's what he be taking the weirdest plays. He be like, yeah, I took Max Christie for 3 threes. He be like, bro, you taking like the biggest role play.
No, you said his name too right. I took Christy. Christy feet. Oh man, Christy
What do you
got
call
it.
Jeremy McCain? John McCain?
John McCain.
Yeah,
John
John
McCain.
McCain been going crazy
Yup.
recently.
That's Kyron. Only box
All
score
right,
fan to
Who
watch.
he play for?
Let's go.
You have 2 seconds to fucking answer. Isaac Jones,
Plays for the Kings.
Jamison Battle,
The Raptors,
JT Thor.
the Bucks. No.
Not your team.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
No, bad. Back to back.
Mike, save him.
And who are you thinking about? Thon Maker for the Bucks?
That's crazy.
The Cavs.
The Cavs is correct.
Crab's
It
correct.
is.
KJ Simpson.
The Charlotte.
Okay, that's Charlotte. Patty Mills.
Utah.
Trey Alexander. This is our 3rd time going through this exact same list, fellas.
But y'all watch basketball.
No, not Washington.
But y'all watch basketball.
I'm not watching this dude, apparently.
Just by getting it wrong, I'm gonna start.
It's the Nuggets. It's the Nuggets. Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
The Pelicans.
Colin Gillespie. He has got y'all. This will be the 3rd time in a row.
Him
Colin
and Trey
Gillespie's got
Alexander.
y'all.
At this point, we got to take them off the net because they're just going to start just screensaver. The Suns, though. The Suns.
Yi John Chewy. Unfortunately, he got released, so he's
The
no
Nets.
longer. He did play for the Nets,
Not the Grizzlies.
and definitely not the Grizzlies. And Wendell Moore.
The Pistons.
All right. Next player we got. What team do y'all think Kuzma will end up on by the deadline?
The Wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough scene, but we just saw that the Kings are monitoring him. I guess is a notification.
I
just
didn't.
got.
I didn't realize his contract was descending a little bit too.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I wouldn't be mad at him with the Cavaliers. I ain't gonna lie.
Also, when
I think he's a scenery guy. He's a scenery guy.
I would love Kuzma in a change of scenery. I think Kuzma is a premium role player when he's locked in and he's engaged. See, if you watch him from what he's doing in Washington and try to gauge his value, you're not going to get a good value. It's not a great evaluation of what you're going to get from Kuzma. He's not locked in and he's not engaged. You can just clearly tell. But I think, sure, they would work. But no, I was going to say Dallas would be a good team. I think he would be a good
I
team.
like
a good
that
fit
one.
there. I
He
think
already said no to them. They don't want him no more.
He did. I forgot.
that's because he didn't think they would go to the finals. He said they'd not.
Can't
Well,
ride
they
the wave
definitely
now.
wouldn't have went to the finals if he was there instead of PJ Washington.
Can't ride the wave now.
And Denver would always be a good team.
I think the Clippers too could also be looking at Kuzma.
I like Clippers is what
Yeah.
I had him.
I just think he
Does he
needs to be
start off-
somewhere where there's a pecking order.
Is he a starter?
Where?
Any?
I want him as my 6th most important player. Max.
You said the
Yeah.
Mavericks. He damn sure ain't starting with the Mavericks.
No, he's not.
That's why I think the Clippers is pretty good. I mean, there's a world where he definitely could start with the Clippers, and it would be okay. But you know, you got the contracts. Terrence Mann and PJ Tucker gets that done contract wise. Now it's like the Wizards probably want some capital.
He can
or
start in
something.
Cleveland too at the 3. I think Kuzma's
Yes.
talented enough to play the
Max
3 there.
Strus did return last
over-
night, though.
You know,
Over
Dean
D-Wade?
Dean Wade. You
Yeah,
know, he
they
got
did.
the love, the respect,
Oh,
all
I
the
respect Dean
loyalty
Wade,
of
but
Cleveland.
Kuzma's the better basketball player.
hands down.
I hate that I have to agree with you because I'm anti-Kuzma around here, but you're right.
Why you anti-Kuzma?
I just hate the way he plays nowadays.
Oh,
Only
you hate
with the
him?
Wizards.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
I
I
do.
mean, he can come
With the
back to the
Cavaliers,
light.
he would look like
I
a
couldn't
whole different player.
imagine that, like, you having to constantly just be locked in on a team that's probably winning less than like 15 games on the
Yeah.
year.
He's
Like,
part of the problem.
Yeah, they turned into the team he said.
but they don't
be.
win. Yeah.
But he also re-signed there when they were going towards a rebuild.
Because you got to get your bag.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. So
Rags to
he's
riches.
not the one complaining about anything.
Yeah.
I haven't heard him say a single thing about we don't play tough or nothing.
You need to leave
He's
them-
kind of chilling.
You leave them politics alone, too.
Well, that's probably why he want to stay. You know, new person in office coming up in January. He'll be at the inauguration.
I would hate to live in DC.
I've never been there.
I just couldn't imagine being somewhere where, like, it's just police all. Like, if the president want to go anywhere, they shut everything down.
Who are you, El Chapo?
Right.
Why you afraid of the police?
No, I'm just saying, like, because when I was in Vegas and Biden was in town, they just shut everything down.
Well, I don't know if Biden is going to Barnes and Nobles.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure people in D.C. don't give a damn about when Biden is out. And it's just what it is. Next, we got Valanciunas while we stand on the Wizards.
Again, another team for the Lakers. Just
Damn, you got the Lakers for every fucking player?
For the bigs,
they gonna be shopping
for
the
the bigs.
bigs.
For me, it was Lakers in New York.
The
Like,
bigs
those
is
are the
gonna be
two
shopping.
teams that I could really
Or
see
the Lakers
for.
gonna be shopping bigs for sure. At least I hope so.
Because, like, if you look, I don't know, there's not really much of a big market. Everything gonna already.
The Hawks are gonna need a big if they're gonna get rid of Larry Nance and Clint Capela.
Larry Nance had, what, a 30-piece in that game versus the Spurs?
And
Was it 30?
And he was going crazy. Offensive rebounding.
Hitting threes.
I like Larry Nance on playoff team, high contending playoff
I
teams.
want him to be traded to somewhere nice.
He'll be nice on the Nuggets.
Yeah. He went from DNP to, Onyeka Okongwu late scratch, he'll go 30.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, get him to a team that matters, please. Not saying that the Hawks don't matter, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, Valanciunas is one of the teams that need a big. Whether it be the Lakers probably is the right answer, right? Malcolm Brogdon. Not a lot of buzz about Malcolm Brogdon right now.
He's
$23 million-ish this season.
I would like him. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if the Magic made a move for him. I know, like, I feel like he can fit the
They
compliment.
can't afford another injury
And that's what he does.
player.
Yeah.
I love Malcolm Brogdon. Y'all know that, but
Yeah.
they need somebody who can be healthy. They need Anfernee Simons.
Yeah. Anfernee Simons was a guy that I had linked to the Magic as well.
I think
Brogdon
it's
is
hard.
tough.
I just think he might just stay in Washington right now.
I literally got him blank. Like, it was tough for me to really find a team.
Yeah, I think it's hard for the Magic to kind of see like how much of they want a guy that really kind of wants to control the ball yet.
Mm-hmm.
At least until you get the real grasp of like Franz and Paolo with the ball a lot. And that's kind of like why I kind of like Malcolm Brogdon, just because he could play a little bit of the combo guard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he really hurts you defense. I'm not locked into Malcolm Brogdon defense this year, but assuming big guard, usually pretty smart on the floor. Like, I'm assuming he won't hurt their defense, and he can still shoot that damn ball. He can still shoot. He's almost around like 40% still in the season. So
I'm not mad at Orlando for Brogdon. $23 million.
Yeah, they just need some sort of punch offensively off that bench, or even just like as a starter. Because like KCP haven't given them what they wanted this season, so they have to do something.
Cam Johnson is next.
For me, it's Denver, Milwaukee, and the Lakers. And I also wouldn't be mad at the Warriors as well.
OKC, Memphis, and the Warriors.
I had the Clippers in there as well.
Yeah.
I do not want to see Cam Johnson on the fucking Bucks.
Can you imagine if those corner three-point shots are going from James Harden to Cam Johnson?
yeah, the Warriors should probably be one of the biggest buyers. So I would not be surprised.
Oh, when you lose by 51,
Somebody got
it gets ramped up significantly fast.
Curry on the block too?
No, I don't think so.
hell,
Unless he
unless
he quietly has asked to be
What
out.
type of return would Curry get you?
At this age, I mean, you still probably getting a nice return.
hell yeah, you get a nice return. I don't think
Put something
nobody
together.
ever thought
Put
that
something together
Steph
for
Curry
me.
would be on that damn market.
Put something together for me real quick.
Man,
To what team?
I know you at least starting off
Whatever
about
team
4
you think
5
would
picks.
want him.
I don't care
The
what
Orlando
age he is.
Magic trade Anthony Black, Jet Howard, KCP,
Fuck no.
Wendell Carter,
You missing the
Paolo
biggest name.
Banchero's first son, and 6 first-round picks.
Franz Wagner got to be in that
Hey,
deal.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Not enough.
exactly.
not enough.
Yeah, because you don't have to leverage once you request a trade.
Could
You
the
can pursue
Rockets?
him.
Could the Rockets get him?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
What that deal look like?
Fred VanVleet makes that money really close.
They trade away one of Tari Eason and Amen Thompson,
Have to.
Jabari Smith Jr.,
Have to.
Reed Shepard,
Have to.
all of the Suns picks, and maybe 2 of your own.
Also, Fred's not in the deal.
No, well, yeah, nobody give a fuck. Fred VanVleet has to be in the deal. Yeah.
And then so that team looks like Steph, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks.
Please take Jalen Green. He had a little 30 ball the other night. Shout out Jalen Green. Man.
He did have a 30 ball.
Actually, if I'm the Warriors, I would much rather take back Jalen Green than Fred VanVleet.
Opposed to Tari Eason?
No, give me them too. But
He
like,
talking about the money matches.
yeah, I'm talking about the money matcher.
okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'll take the other max contract and Jalen Green just because he's younger and Fred VanVleet, he's gonna be gone soon.
Would you trade Devin Booker for him?
Not the league, but like he's gonna be off the roster. Would y'all trade who?
Devin
Booker for
Devin
Steph?
Booker for Steph.
No, because I just feel like, what are we doing? Like,
Hey,
fuck.
in this hypothetical world, I'm trying to get us back as many picks as I can. Ain't no way we just trying to retool after we just traded Steph Curry away. We gotta wash everything away after that.
Or
No,
I got
Bradley
a better trade for
Bradley
y'all.
Beal for Steph.
Let me know if y'all will accept this. Stephon Castle, Keldon Johnson, 5 first-round picks, and somebody else got to make some money match.
Zach Collins is in there.
Or Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
No,
I
thanks.
don't even. Yeah, I don't even know.
Chris
I
Paul
need,
don't need another ball dominant guy next to him.
Hey, man, stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, his ass is now an assistant coach. And now you got Wemby, Steph, and Vassell.
That man Chris Paul took 4 shots the other night. They felt like the 4 most important shots of the game.
Bro, that was one of
came
my
out, he
favorite
made
games.
them all.
He talking about something.
0 at halftime.
He talking about something.
That
Come on,
Spurs Hawks game was one of my favorite games of the year, bro. It was so back and forth, so
was.
like knockout punch after
got
knockout punch.
A poster on Wemby, a self-lob by Wemby, big shot by Chris Paul, 42 points from Wembanyama, and 1 4-point play from the logo.
DeAndre Hunter, 27 points off the bench again.
And it basically was almost a perfect NBA game.
What about Jeremiah Fears?
Jeremiah Pierce looked pretty good in that one game that I watched of him.
Y'all got to tap in, man.
He's so little, though, and so
He's
young.
6'4".
Oh, he looks small.
I
man.
said
Yeah.
the same thing. That's
That's funny. We had that conversation about Davion Mitchell.
No, you had that
Yeah.
conversation about Davion Mitchell. Hey, Chad, he thought
Chad is crazy.
He thought
he thought Davion Mitchell was a lockdown guard at 5'10". And I told him, no, he's 6'2". Huh? No, he 5'10". Like, Darrick, you think somebody in the NBA is locking up at 5'10"? Have we ever had that? We also was in a Discord talking about your build. Somebody posted a build that was like, you can always make this, and it was your build. And I was like, do me some homework, Discord. Find me a player who can jump high but don't rebound and don't dunk, because that's what your build was, that first build. 87 vertical, low dunk, low rebounding. 40. Is there ever been an NBA player who had a 40-inch vertical but don't rebound and don't dunk?
No.
That's how the fuck you made your dude. You got a 40-inch vertical but just don't dunk or rebound. And they was all in Discord like, that player might actually not fucking exist. Somebody was like, wait, can they not dunk or do they can't dunk or do they not dunk? Because they was like, because Patrick Williams don't be dunking. He can't dunk.
He can't make
D-Mills,
them.
I think it's got to be he just doesn't dunk. Not that he can't dunk. Because D-Mills, dude, he could dunk. But most of the time, he wasn't
No,
doing
I
it.
said that based off the attribute of the build. If you're
Yeah.
going to have an 87 vertical, you should have damn near
Yeah.
legendary.
What was
My
your dunk on
driving
your
dunk
dude?
was high, but my standing dunk was
No,
low.
your driving dunk was not that high.
It wasn't.
You weren't even able to get posterized or silver with an 87 fucking vertical.
That's insane.
Let's get back to these. We only got a few more names left.
Come on.
Clint Capella's the next name on the list. They just keep shopping him every year for like 3 years straight.
Derek
Then-
said the Knicks. I'll take the Knicks.
And then they end up keeping him, and then they're just happy with it.
Well, this
Because
is
he's
fine,
such a good starting center that you
This is the
kinda
last
not
year of his
mad.
deal, though, so I kind of buy some of their smoke.
I
Could the
wonder what's-
Pacers be interested in that?
Who?
They already got Thomas Bryant.
They did. They have to start preparing. That team might lose Miles Turner.
I can see it.
That team is
Is
going
he
to
on
get
the last
very
year of his deal,
expensive.
too?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
They're going to get expensive. Him, Benedict Mathurin, you pay Pascal, pay Halliburton, pay Nembhard, pay McConnell. Like,
This season, is he better than Isaiah Hartenstein?
who?
Miles Turner.
That's unfair because
They're
Isaiah
in a little bit of
Hartenstein
a
played
different
13
role.
games, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying Hartenstein, but it's been a smaller sample size.
I'm trying to figure out what that market. That's all. I'm just trying to figure out what the market is.
Well, he's gonna have a market just because he's always that stretch 5.
I just
He's
don't
going to
know
have,
how.
yes, and that's going to.
That's so crazy.
His market of money?
Considering there's only 2 teams with cap space, I know cap space is, guess, not a real thing. Teams make cap space. It's just not like a lot of people might just go back to their previous teams this offseason.
25 to 30 for Miles Turner.
Yeah, I think that's just his market.
Just
Especially-
because, what he does. Like you
Yeah.
said.
he plays defense and he shoots threes at the 5 position. That's just every team salivates for that type of stuff.
Salivates.
I think his defense is wildly overrated.
You ain't always say that.
I'm talking about this year.
Oh.
That's all
Okay.
right.
Shit, you act like we finna be like.
Yeah, I didn't really think of him as like an insane defender anymore. I think he's good at blocking shots, or he can get there to block shots, but like one-on-one, I don't think that's like insanely hard for these like for other bigs that can score.
Next guy is Jerami Grant.
Dallas, Sacramento. Those are the two. I think Sacramento has to do something. I think they just kind of suck, and they just need something to really just
To fix it.
Yeah, they need some sort of spark. Unless they really just want to go back into a rebuild. If they want to do that, then shit, I'm all for it. But if you want to be stuck in mediocrity where you at now, that's just
My argument, Jerami Grant ends up on that team. Does a lot change? I mean, they get better, obviously.
I feel like they might even dig themselves into a deeper hole.
So that's my same thing, because I did this trade in my series and they still missed the playoffs, and then they did go into the situation where they potentially are going to have to rebuild, and he's still on that team making that much money for years. So it's like, if you're going to take a shot in the dark, you might want to do it on a shorter term contract. Go get Cam Johnson or
But one thing
Brandon
we do know
Ingram.
about Jerami Grant, he is completely okay with playing for a shit team.
Yeah.
He's be
Black
chilling.
coach too.
Black coach. But the way they talk him, he might not be there soon.
Rich Paul really leveraged that man getting a 5-year.
No, Damian Lillard did
Yeah,
too.
Damian Lillard did too. But Rich Paul was definitely had his hands in on that.
Shout out to Dame for the lifetime contract too.
Oh yeah, with
Yes.
Adidas, yeah. He a real one for getting Jerami Grant that contract, bro.
I ain't gonna say
No,
one
that's
out
facts,
until you get
though.
signed.
It is,
that.
but this is like an all-time Dame glazing episode, I think.
Yes.
Y'all are crazy.
No,
bro.
you are fucking
How many
crazy.
times do you think you mentioned Dame this podcast?
That's got to
don't
be
know.
number
6.
6.
Yeah.
It's got to be number
We're
6.
talking basketball.
He's the one player that needs to come up in every segment. All right, we got a few more. We're going to stick with the Portland Trail Blazers, DeAndre Ayton.
He's staying in
Stay.
Portland.
I think it's doing late.
I didn't see a market for
There's a
him.
few stays on his list. I think Ayton is one of those stays.
Yeah, I just don't see any teams like pursuing Aiden right now. What does he bring to where I'm
I just
pursuing
want him gone so Donovan Clingan can.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still conditioning his way to like full minutes, but I just want to see more Clingan. And the other night when they played against Jokic and them, Clingan played 10 minutes and DeAndre Ayton played 33. It's like they won a game, so I guess that's fine. But like, I want to see the young guy play more than
Well,
10 minutes.
It's the psychology part. Jokic said that Aiden was just one of his toughest matchups
sure
he's ever
did.
gone against. So
Yeah.
I guess
Ayton got a max contract because of that one sentence. That's crazy, man.
No, I think he got it from the nickname Dominating.
Oh, right.
They thought he was
Like,
actually dominating.
he's gonna have to be able to do that one day,
a
right?
lot
To
of
the
people
name.
said that Cam Reddish was living off of Anthony Edwards, saying he was the toughest player to guard.
That's
He
crazy.
was. He's still living off that since
You
this
talking
day.
about some high school matchup they had?
He said, "Oh, Cam Reddish."
Oh, that's crazy, bro. All right, last guy we got is Anfernee Simons.
The Magic was the number one option for me.
I just feel like they need to acquire a score, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, honestly, at this point now, since KCP ain't giving me what you bring, you just move KCP as to come off the bench at that point. You let Anthony
Damn,
Simons start the one.
KCP.
I ain't mad at that.
Hey,
but
I can't
KCP
say I'm
still
mad
is
at you.
there
He-
as part of the defensive culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could do that coming off the bench, too.
No, you can.
Yeah.
Joe
said-
Mazzulla,
Fine.
he did get fined, but talking about the NBA ratings dilemma, I add to it. I don't watch any NBA games anymore. I'm just as much of a problem as everyone else.
That was
I've been wondering how much time he
Well,
got on his
he-
hands to actually watch NBA games.
he receives film footage, and he's just watching that probably. He's probably not sitting down watching full-on games.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
I remember Giannis said he doesn't watch games either.
There's a football game on right now.
It is?
Yeah.
That's
Matter of
good.
fact, let me-
Patrick Mahomes did something. I'm like, what the fuck?
Let me make sure
Why are you playing right
let
now?
me make sure the dude I'm going against they made no mess ups in his week. Matchup
Who are they
for the
going
week.
against? I don't have anybody playing. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Why are there so many games? Oh, Christmas. They did get part of the Christmas thing, right? The NBA's pissed about that, by the way.
You don't have anybody playing today, yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're going against each other for the
Yeah.
final, right? The
Yeah,
NOTB
I have.
final. You have somebody playing tonight or today, right now?
I ain't gonna lie.
Uh-oh.
I should have Lamar playing. I put Lamar on the bench.
What?
Yeah, I did. He's going against the Steelers.
Let's get through these last.
That's been the
names.
last-
Is he
That's the
playing?
last name.
Oh, he's not
Oh.
playing? Did you just switch it, or is he? You can't switch it now?
I can still switch it.
Oh, damn. You should have never brought up fantasy, KB. Lamar would have been sitting on his bench.
He was gonna know at some point, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not tripping about that. I feel like we still win regardless.
Okay. Now when Lamar give you 40-something.
It's possible. It's definitely. Hey, it's not out of the realm of
He's still
possibility.
fantasy player 1.
did a motherfucker who ain't make the playoffs giving
yeah.
advice? Oh,
He's still fantasy player 1.
He is still fantasy player 1.
That's,
You know
that's
what
pretty
I'm saying?
impressive because Josh Allen be going nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, put him in that lineup, Mike. Don't overthink it. Just play your best players. It don't matter the defense they playing against.
Are you going to Zay?
I'm really thinking about putting Baker Mayfield in here. He's going against fucking Dallas. And then Lamar's going against the Pittsburgh. The only time Lamar did not have like a really good game was against
he
Pittsburgh.
struggles against Pittsburgh.
He had like
They looked
11
on
points
TV
against
the other day.
Pittsburgh. That's why I'm really thinking I might consider it. But it is Lamar Jackson though.
Are you going Keenan Allen or Zay Flowers?
Keenan Allen, Zay Flowers. If I don't have confidence in Lamar, I'm not having confidence in Zay Flowers be catching the damn ball against it.
That's funny because what has it been 3-4 weeks of Keenan Allen being like one of your best
I think
receivers on your bench?
last week he had an alright week, but before that, yeah. And then Zay Flowers, he ain't been like consistent 8 points. But you need somebody.
Keenan
You
Allen
need some
been
more like
consistently-
potential.
Yeah, Keenan Allen been getting in that end zone regularly.
So yeah, Keenan Allen is starting.
Just because Caleb, I don't know, him and Caleb's connection has really like improved these last like 5 weeks. It's crazy.
It's always weird when you have a quarterback and you're going against their receiver 1. Because you got Terry
Yeah, I know what you're
McLaurin
talking
and I'm
about.
playing Jaden Daniels. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I
The
want
Skip
Jaden to have a great
Bayless
game,
show?
but
there's no room in a relationship for a third person. Ernstine pushes back on Skip's desire to continue communicating with women of his past. What type of show is this?
Skip Bayless?
Yes. He talking to his wife, talking about my exes became my sisters. That boy a crazy.
His exes became his sisters.
I
That's
wonder
crazy.
who's that for. Like, who's that show for? It's him and his wife? Who is that for? What's the target demo there?
People who like drama.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, why would you go to Skip Bayless drama versus
Because it's
something
the internet.
else?
He's just trying some shit. That's all. See if they'll bite at it. My exes are my sisters. Let me say some dumb shit like that.
I wish
It's
I
not
could-
impossible, right? It's not impossible, but you put plural. I can see somebody having a relationship, it don't go right, and you end up having a bond. That's a one-time thing, though. But if you're trying to say a lot, you have multiple exes that have become sister-like. That's fucking ridiculous. Your significant other should be offended that you would even try to talk to them as if they were that stupid.
Yeah. I completely agree. I told you I've been watching like this Caught in the Act thing.
Yeah, with Tammy.
Yeah, and I've been watching it with my girl. And basically this dude, he was cheating on his girlfriend with like his so-called best friend.
Yeah.
They've known each other for a long time or whatever. They didn't have no boundaries though, and you know how that kind of go. So eventually they got caught in the act. And then after this is all done, he's like, if we get together, like, can she still be my friend? And we'll just have we obviously will have the boundaries. We have an understanding since all this happened. Like, and she's like, no, like, just no. And it's like, how does that not come across your
That boy
mind that that's just
fiending.
not okay?
That
yeah.
boy fiending.
Yeah. So
That
I'm
boy
like,
fiending.
I don't be getting that, bro.
I also don't get that shit either. Like, when if you're gonna cheat, man, why do people cheat with people from their past? You ain't gonna cheat with nothing new. You ain't gonna try to level up. You feel what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
gonna go back to some old shit. I don't get when I be watching shows.
I think
like
it's just
that.
that accessibility.
That's
Your
probably-
girlfriend is accessible.
No, yeah.
If we talking about accessibility, what the hell?
I think it's also like that thrill.
That's what I'm saying. You got thrill of some old shit.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like,
I'm thrilled that I'm finna go play 2K20.
I think it's probably.
Wouldn't you want to just play 2K27 early?
I might be missing out on some of the stuff that I used to get in the past. Like my girlfriend, not speaking for myself, I'm just speaking for example. Like I might not get the same type of love or same type of whatever from my new girlfriend, but
That's
I know I can
bullshit.
get it from the ex.
Because if that's what you are looking for and you thinking, then you should go be with your ex. When I say cheating, I'm thinking of people going and doing some intimate things.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are legitimately talking about, man, she does know how to love me right, then it sounds like you're in a situation.
You might as well be with that
you sound like
person.
a
Yeah.
fucking idiot. Right.
Yeah.
The hell? I'm talking about like being intimate.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be intimate, you're going to cheat, right? You're going to commit to cheating. You might as well go do that in a way where, you know, it's new, or you going out on a. I just don't understand when people go back to some old shit. That don't make sense to me. If you're going to play that game with that big of a risk, why the hell do it with some shit you had before? I just don't. That's just me, though. That's just me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. We don't support cheating over here, though.
Right? No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Look, we're melanated. We
I was
can't
gonna
cheat.
say, for the people back home, we don't support.
We got
no
word to
cheating
Young Jeezy. Didn't he say black men don't cheat?
I don't remember if that was him, but
He did say it to Nia Long. Yeah.
And this became part of the culture. I mean, before he said it, it was true, and after he said it, it was true. We just needed it in words. Speaking of it in words, the Enjoy Basketball / NOTB Book Club is about to be underway. It seemed like everybody in the panel got their book. Christian, come here when you get a chance. I forget exactly how we breaking this up. I think it's the first part of the book, which is like 50-something pages. How we breaking this down again?
So part 1, which is the intro, and part 1 is pages 1 through 48.
1 through 48 is the intro.
Okay. Ain't no chapters in the book?
And then in the newsletter that Monday before, people have the chance to submit
Cool.
discussion topics to help guide.
Cool.
All right, so the first part is 1 through 48. And when you get the book, it'll make sense because you'll see that part 1 ends in part 2. We appreciate everybody that submitted to get the book free. From my understanding, we got over 250 different people asking to get in on the free book from the Enjoy newsletter. So appreciate y'all. So I don't even know how many total that means we're gonna have. It's all just the people that wanted it for the free 99. That don't account for the people that might be listening on Spotify or bought the book themselves, which we've got a lot of tweets about. But we're giving y'all just a little more time after Christmas, after our little week break. We'll give you more information about it officially starting. But again, the name of the book is The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. And again, it's been a New York Times #1 bestseller. How'd that go?
Like every other book.
Like every book I've ever seen in my life. Every single book. Speaking of that, I'm reading the book and I'm like, I should finish it tonight. It's been so good, bro.
so good.
Project Hail Mary. I
What's
wouldn't
the
have thought
premise
about
of it?
this book if it wasn't for the community.
Is
They
it
put
similar
me
to
on.
this book? Where
No, it's a fiction book. It's a
Okay.
science fiction book.
I need to go back to the bookstore. I've been getting a lot of recommendations because
When the last time you read a book?
like 2 days ago.
No, like completed reading a book.
Probably like a month or two ago. Probably before that, like this summer, I knocked out like 3-4 books.
He did have that one chair. He was saying, "It's my reading chair." And
Oh,
it's
I
not.
wasn't down. I was just curious. He acting
Yeah.
like I asked
And
him to
apparently
say.
that chair is the softest chair in the world. They
Yeah.
said Christian knocked out in 3 minutes.
It's got built-in melatonin in it.
What's the last book you read,
That's
Derrick?
crazy.
Or
I
last
haven't
time you
read a
complete?
book in a long time.
Oh, okay.
I've been getting a lot of recommendations for books in my
I
DMs.
was reading
so.
a Jeffrey Epstein book, but I haven't finished it.
You rather do nonfiction versus fiction? Like, 'cause Jeffrey Epstein's like a real story.
What they was in
Yeah,
the
no, it was pretty much the stories of the victims and
Okay.
what was going on. But yeah, I like a mixture of both.
Okay.
But like the nonfiction, I wanted to be like something like that, like where it was like real legit stories and like it's
Like a little bit
really
of
breaking it
history?
down. Yeah, it's like history and stuff.
Yeah, I think I might be a science fiction guy. Like, if the next science fiction book I read is anything like the one I'm reading now, I'm hooked. That's my genre.
Well, with fiction, I like criminal fiction.
Oh,
Where
so
it's
you and
like-
Mike got that in common.
So thrillers and
Yeah.
trying to figure out who did it and yada yada.
Yeah,
yada.
or like someone broke out of jail or something like that, and he telling his story from being out and all that. Like that. That would be something I would be. We actually just watched a movie about that. It was, or was it a TV show? I don't remember. But like, there was a story back then where 2 people broke out of jail, like in the 19-somethings.
Alcatraz?
No, it wasn't Alcatraz, but it was based in like New York, New Jersey area.
Rikers Island?
No, I don't remember what jail it was, but like some lady in there, like she helped them break out, because like she was having sex with one of the inmates, and she gave them the tools to dig the hole.
Good
get
old
out.
having sex with the inmates.
She got hit with the oldest chick in the book.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited to get this going. A lot of people in the book club. Just something that we did on a limb.
Yeah,
I mean, eventually we start to have more structure to it, as you see with Christian kind of being the one behind it, making sure everything is going. But 4 years ago, if you would have said, "Y'all gonna have a book club," we gonna
I would've laughed.
out of here.
were you reading 4 years ago?
No, I just started reading last month.
Oh,
I mean, I was reading manga for the last 2 years. But like that's like a weird form of reading because it's some manga I've read literally don't have any words. Or it's like a storyboard where you're interpreting pictures for 200 pages, but there's no words where you can do it in 3 minutes if you really wanted to. But like this current book is like 500 pages and I'm almost done with it. It's perfect.
Yeah, playing the Marvel game, y'all, it made me open up my mind that there's a lot of Marvel characters that you don't really know about.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like,
Yeah, that Jeff dude, I don't know who the hell y'all.
I don't think. I think people said they had like. Somebody was telling me you could kind of pay to get the subscription to read the manga or the comics for it, and it's got all the background stories, and that's where people are getting all those Jeff the Land Shark like pictures from.
I'm so much of a physical media guy. I can't do a subscription to read on my phone or my iPad.
I was thinking that same thing.
Like if I'm gonna do a comic, I want the comic.
Yeah.
I want the manga.
I don't want to. I think part of reading also is like getting off your phone.
Yes.
Like I don't want to look at my phone.
Can I ask y'all a question? Does your significant other have hobbies, and what are they?
I think Angie likes shopping.
See, that I don't think that counts as a hobby.
It's not a fucking hobby. Are we being serious?
I was just saying. That's probably like their main, my at least my girl's main thing.
So
That's not a hobby.
So closer to no.
Yeah.
She doesn't. How about, does Dana have a hobby?
No.
Does Elena have a hobby?
Playing a game.
No, not really.
Playing a game. She'll play The Sims.
Okay. This is a conversation I've had with my wife because my wife also does not have hobbies. And I was explaining because y'all know I'm a hobby hopper. I will try almost any hobby at least once as long as it's not no fucking something dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll start thrifting. I'll go.
Can playing a game be a hobby?
100%.
Okay.
That is a hobby.
Yeah. Because in my mind, a hobby is a way to spend time when you're not working or doing something else.
Yeah.
Right. So
So non-hobbies would be shopping, eating.
I don't think strolling on the phone is a
Hell
hobby.
no.
TikTok is not a hobby. Twitter's not a hobby.
Cleaning is not a hobby.
Mm-mm.
So yeah.
And I was explaining to her, like, because again, I've done everything at least once, it feels like, and I'm still doing more stuff, that the reason I do that is because there's so much time in the day that I don't want to be unproductive.
Yeah.
Like reading in the grand scheme of things is not a productive thing to do, like unless you're like learning a bunch of stuff, but it's a way to bypass time without it being screen time, which is something I've been trying to improve. So for the last like 5 years, I feel like I've bought her the equipment to try so many different hobbies. I tried to see if she can do gaming. We got one game we play together. That's pretty much it. Okay, that's not for her. Crocheting, pretty much everything. Shirt making, cup making, everything. And she's just kind of content with not having something that fills up her time that's not
on the phone.
TikTok.
Yeah, see, I think I would say the closest thing for at least Elena in terms of a hobby is more so like an artistic type of thing. Like she loves designing type thing.
Yeah.
She loves to put stuff together. She likes to make things take something that looks like normal and make it pop and stuff like that. I would say that's her closest thing, and that's a little bit of a like drawing and painting too. I would say she loves to like get a canvas and try to make something, even if it's just like, hey, I'm gonna start with nothing and see where it kind of ends up to. She's really good with that, so I would say that's the closest thing. But I don't think my girl has really as a hobby either.
See, I think so. My wife also is something similar to. She's a DIYer occasionally.
Yeah.
Like when y'all came over, y'all may have seen our fireplaces a different color. She did that by herself. Like that, she did that. But she also has a fear of doing something wrong or being bad at it, and that prevents her from trying new shit. And it bothers the hell out of me because there's only one critic in that scenario, and it's herself.
Yeah.
Like if she started crocheting and it doesn't look good in a month, nobody cares except for you. And I've been trying to like break her out of that. And it's been a struggle because how much screen time do you have? Can you check your phone and see how many hours a day are you on your phone?
You know, I got that app, KB.
Oh, you got the app now?
Yeah, I've had it for about basically since that day I texted you. And honestly, there's a lot of times where I open it up and I'm like, yeah, I just close it, honestly, at this point.
Right.
And like usually I have my certain times of the day where I'll go up there and I'll just look at like the Twitter, like NBA Twitter and stuff like that. But usually I'm not on my stuff at all.
So my last week, my screen time is 3 hours, 3 minutes, which is a lot lower than what it should be or what it used to be. Like I was doing like 8 hours.
Yeah, mine says my average time is 7 hours and 58 minutes.
Right. But because of the app, I cut mine
But
down.
it says mine is down 23%.
There you go.
I think even if I'm still on my phone or I'm on a
What's your
different
shit
app or
like?
anything, I didn't look at my screen time. I think it's also I think it's good to just not look at social media 24/7. Even if you are on your phone, like maybe I'm watching some highlights from a game or something like that compared to me scrolling down and seeing what this dude doing for whatever.
I wonder what was mine before I had a baby.
You think it'll be a lot higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be, right? Because you're spending so much time as a dad.
Because my shit say it's down 10% this week.
It said my daily average is 3 hours and 12 minutes.
That's pretty damn good, Mike.
My daily average is 8 hours and 17.
Damn.
Mike doesn't use social media as much though. Mike's not a social media guy.
But I think my hours are going to be up even though I'm not tweeting as much as I used to because I watch YouTube.
Yeah.
I get a lot
YouTube
of
is now my number one app.
I get a lot of information from YouTube, whether that's Keandre, Hoop Intellect, whether that's music platforms. I read No Ceilings draft work. So that's my favorite form of like sports stuff. I enjoy to read about it. Since we do a podcast, I'm not sitting around watching 7 podcasts. But if you tell me that you have a newsletter, like half past noon, the social media account that
my
do basketball
number one
stuff.
app since I downloaded the Screen Time app is YouTube. My second one is Substack, which is exactly that. I'm reading newsletters. That's my one and my number 2.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked that, so my wife woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? Normal time for people to wake up. At 9, 12 hours later, I was like, let me see your screen time. In the 12 hours she was awake, her screen time was 10 hours.
Damn.
And I'm like, if you're okay with that, fine.
Wait. The reason that's crazy is because she doesn't work in social media. She don't fucking post as much as I think.
She doesn't post anything, no.
So what is she doing?
Strolling TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
I'm like, if that's what you want to do, so be it. You know what I'm saying?
TikTok is every woman's number one, right? If we all told our girl to send us a screenshot,
It's
all
probably,
of them have TikTok.
My girl be on TikTok all
I
day.
do not fucking be on TikTok.
I don't either.
And now
Unless
my wife
my
is
girl
like,
send me a TikTok.
she's like sick and stuff. So like, you give her a pass because she's not feeling the greatest. So she's laying in bed. And when you lay in bed, you're going to consume something most likely. I'm like, damn, I would love for that number to be lower. I would just love. And I think it benefits you, grand scheme, too, because she's a TikToker, but she's also a doom stroller. So she's getting anxiety about the stuff she's watching, when in reality, if you just hit that button on the side, you ain't got to see the stuff.
I'm no person to tell women how to live, but they already have it so hard that I don't think social media makes it easier. That applies to every human, by the way. But because women have it 30 times harder than we do, I think it's even more tougher for them. And it's so many women that use it to like talk to other women. Men do the same thing, so I'm not trying to make this a men versus women thing at all because we don't really gain. I don't want to make it seem like just women get bad shit from social media, but again, they have it 50 times more harder than we do. And it's so many different type of people talking to them. Mm-hmm. There's men that have like platforms where they just talk down on women. You have women. Have y'all ever seen a video of the girl who's like, that's a low vibration plate? Mm-mm. You never seen that before? Oh, no. My fucking goodness, man. Y'all, I cannot believe y'all didn't see that. She was at like a cookout, and I guess she's a life coach, and she told one of the girls under her that she had a low vibration plate.
What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. But that's why women have it harder. There are already women who have to carry a baby for 9 months, bleed monthly out of their, you dig. So it's like.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Come on,
period.
Man. You don't answer it, too.
That was a joke, D-Mill.
Oh. So it's like, you know what I mean? Different hormonal stuff. All of the stuff that birth control does. Like, as a man, we don't have to take no birth control that could throw off our hormones and all these different things. Postpartum, when you do have a baby. So you got all of that, and then you go on social media, and like, social media to me it's 30 times worse for women because as a man, we talk about our body. We was talking about our body all the time. Like, man, yeah, sometimes I look at the right angle. I'll be like, damn, I got to start doing some push-ups. But in the grand scheme of things, it don't fucking matter. Mm-hmm. Because if I sign a $5 million contract today, the 10 on the gram gonna bust it open to get $1. Right? But on the other side, it's like they wake up and we're all like a shit. I've had to have conversations with my girl years ago where it's like, just because I like this shit don't really mean nothing. It's the ass and it's titties. You like it too. But men don't really, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I don't know. We don't have to scroll through social media and see shirtless men or whatever getting millions of likes. Women have to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like, it's just so much on the social media that, yeah, if you're dedicating a lot of your time to watch it, I can see it, you know. And again, it applies to every human, but because women run social media to me. You're never going to see a male version of Sophie Rain saying he made X amount of dollars to OnlyFans. You're not going to see that shit. I'm on my way. You're not going to see that shit. You know why? Because don't nobody want. Women will look at women and men will look at women. Nobody grabbing a phone to go look at a dude in some boxes.
There's definitely people out there.
Not as much as it is.
But yeah, I agree. I agree. On the other side, yeah.
If we compare,
we should make an underwear calendar.
Our shit is gonna plummet versus what a woman's podcast would do.
All I know is I want October.
Why? Because it's your birthday month?
No, I was gonna be Borat.
Oh, but you was gonna wear that exact fit too? Okay, I can see that.
Give me all the months in the spring so I can spring out.
Just give me April and May.
Because you a damn fool if you thinking you got
Because April showers bring flowers, baby.
If you take this podcast and make it a woman version and they do a calendar, their shit is going to quadruple what we do. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know.
What month do you want?
Men ain't going and getting BBLs. You know, even like that. They put pressure. Yeah, you're right, KB. I can't even say that. Men are going to get BBLs. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't the pressure that women have.
You know they getting the other ones now.
Facetune, and women have, it's a lot of shit that they're feeding women. They're feeding us too. I don't want to disclude us, but like I just feel like women
it feels like to a lesser extent.
Yeah, women have it if you're not looking much harder, man. The standard of beauty, booty, and ass, and it's fake, and it's even from a sense of BBL, but tuning up pictures. You can make your ass look thicker with this app. It's just not
I was so
real.
disappointed, Darrick. Rhea Ripley edited one of her pictures to make herself stronger.
What?
Yeah.
How did she get caught?
What?
There's a subreddit that looks at the background of her picture was warped to make her, and I'm like, come on, Rhea. We already know you buff as shit.
Yeah.
You don't need to be buffer through an app. Just be you.
She probably had a pump she wanted.
Then just don't post that day. You know? Just don't post that day. Or just accept that you are still in the 1% of muscular
women.
People.
Yeah.
People generally.
Yeah, people too.
It's just, it was disappointing.
It's hard because she has a standard.
And she kills the standard.
That she must hit.
Shout out to her.
I wonder if they'll tap into shit like that in that book. The fact that
I would guess so.
You know, y'all, it's two daughters. It's two biological daughters. Obviously, I got Ari, but where a lot of young girls are surrounded on this panel, where you know you have to.
Why social media harms girls more than boys is one of the chapters.
Oh wow, that's
Chapter
crazy.
6.
We're having a conversation.
We will get there.
I never opened up this book.
We will get there.
I never opened up this book.
The next chapter is what is happening to boys, and I have an idea of what that one gonna be. What that one gonna be about.
Yeah, our men are soft as fuck.
No, I think it's gonna be like the alt-right.
It ain't like I used to be back in my day.
Oh man, I don't know.
I'm so excited about this book.
I think so much about when I have a son. How the fuck do I have to approach this shit, man?
Like, take your ass outside. Get off that damn game.
For real, but at the same time,
that damn game. Your whole job in life is based on that game.
But I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't go outside.
But at the same time, our sons have to know how to express themselves.
Would be outside by himself because you'd be the only parent saying go outside. So what the fuck you gonna do?
I think that's always so crazy when I drive through our old complex. Bro.
It don't be nobody outside.
It don't be nobody outside.
My mama used to pick me up somewhere and bring us home, and she used to have to swerve through kids. Now that motherfucker, you could do 80 through that bitch.
Yeah, I think teaching boys like mental
health is important. Is also one of those
mental health and mental toughness and humility is like, I feel like that's gonna be the hardest thing to do.
Emotional intelligence is the number one thing on my thing.
Yes,
you have to know how to accept the emotion because it's inevitable and it's undeniable, and you have to know how to use it to its benefit because we all have emotions in the world, but a lot of men and young men in today's world, for whatever reason, they don't know how to channel it. Even when I watch sports and I see like hothead players on different teams, and it's like, you have all of the talent and the ability in the world, but you're using it in the wrong way. You're allowing your emotions to be your enemy. Even when I get DMs from people, it's like, our young people are so young people, but really young men, they're so emotional. And I am an emotional person too, but I think the difference is how you use your emotion. You don't have to run.
That's a fact.
You have to run towards it, not from it. If you run away from it, you're not doing shit but suppressing it and bottling it up. And that's why we see constant explosions on social media. This dude walked over here and popped this and did that. It's like, whoa, what the fuck was that about?
I'm literally guilty of that. I'm a person that, like, I don't really show my emotions. I'll just kind of hold them inside. And then eventually it's just like, I'll just go off. And he'd be like, why the hell are you so mad? Like, and it'll just be like, because I've been holding it in for so long. It's just like, I got to let it go.
Yeah, you are the tough guy on the pod.
I wouldn't say that. Oh, because I didn't cry?
Because you didn't cry. Yeah.
I was the same way for a long time, but the reason that is because first of all, there is no such thing as an emotional person. Everybody's emotion. It's a such thing as a person who doesn't control their emotions in a proper way. But my entire life, I was an emotional person, I was told. KB will tell you, my dad used to yell at us and I would cry.
No, I was the same way. I was told that I was a baby. And
yes.
And
so
is that 3 of us? Because I was mama's boy crier too.
Same.
And so what you do when you hear that is you try to be tough, bottle it up, and then you have those moments where, you jap out or you just break down. And so the older I've gotten, the more I've realized, number one, I am who I am. I'm not hiding who I am. So if you say something to me and I'm animated in my response, it's just, I'm going to work on it. But you also have to understand, I'm a shit talker. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if something make me cry, I'm crying. I'm not hiding. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm watching a movie and it ain't real and I cried.
I will say it again. I cry so often.
When I be crying, I be trying to hide it a little bit. I'll be like this.
For real?
Yeah, when I be watching a scary movie, or not scary movie. When I be watching like the family movies and they get real emotional, I be definitely trying to wipe them tears though.
I cried yesterday.
The main thing that my breakthrough in understanding this was the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I had COVID and I did the real isolation. I knew I had COVID before I went to the doctor. So once I found out that I had COVID by eating and not knowing the taste, I'll never forget. I had companies and noodles for the first time. And Tyler is on my head, said, like, how you liking it? Because he was saying it was all right. I'm like, man, it's bland as macaroni. Of course your ass suggested this. Making a white joke to Tyler. He like, damn, I thought it was all right. So I'm like, yeah, it's bullshit. So then I go eat some chicken. It's bland too. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I'm like, you know what? Hold up. I go get something. I'm like, ain't no fucking way. I can't taste. So then I started to isolate them. Then I went to the doctor days later. So my isolation was really close to 20 days and not 14. So what happened was I started getting like super lightheaded and I haven't having these pressures in my head. So I went to the doctor and I didn't have any vitamin D because I had no sun. There was no, because the basement of my mom's old house, there was no the window was in a well type thing. So it was below. So it was dark 24/7. I had no access to light. And so they had to build my shit up. But I remember one of the symptoms was like, have you been emotional? And it was winter time. And I was driving myself to the doctor and I told my mom, like, I was relieved to hear that because me and my mama was taking all of these walks before the winter came. And so I drove by DCP as I was going to the doctor and I bawled my eyes out because I missed the fucking walks with my mom. But I was by myself. So I'll never forget, I'm going back home and I'm feeling embarrassed. Like, why the fuck am I crying? Because me and my mom can't go
a lot in this
right,
He ripping donuts.
So I'm like, why the fuck am I crying? So I never forget the relief of hearing that, like, the doctor broke it down and like, man, people who have mental issues or depression, you can get depression anytime, but a lot of people who deal with it yearly,
seasonal depression.
It's seasonal depression. It comes a lot of time when the winter comes because the night comes quicker. And he breaking it down, all this type of shit to me, and I was just super relieved. Cause I'm like, man, for a minute I didn't know what the fuck was going on with me. I'm crying at a fucking red light because I missed going on these walks with my mom. And I'm like, what the fuck is
behind
this?
you. He like, just go, man, just go, just go.
Let's just go. So now, like every winter, and I'm reminding myself now because I'm off of it.
Vitamin D.
I gotta get my vitamin D. Mm-hmm. Gotta get my vitamin D because you will be somewhere in a fucking corner like, man, what the fuck? Why the fuck? The fuck Mello and Lala break up. What the fuck? What the hell?
I only take 2 supplements. It's vitamin D and magnesium glycinate. Those
I was thinking about getting that vitamin D.
That conversation we had off air, you need to take you some ashwagandha, man. You know what I'm saying? You saying you don't do the blue chew like you were talking about. Do the ashwagandha and get your
Right. Only time I heard ashwagandha is Clean Uniform song. Shout out to our guy, man.
Oh, shout out to Clean Uniform
Shout out
for
Clean
sure.
Uniform.
We gotta get him on the Numbers on the Board album.
You know who that is, right?
No.
Oh
You know
my
Clean
fucking
Uniform?
goodness.
You said his song was raw. I just sent you his newest song. Walk It Out.
No.
Af from RDC.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go by the name. I think it's just his name. Though. I think he's just Af now instead of Clean Uniform.
Oh, I
guess it's
never
right.
knew his name was Clean Uniform.
How emotional intelligent do you think you are, Mike? As somebody who doesn't like to show their emotions, which is no problem. We've all been there. I think it comes with age.
Say that again. You said how emotionally intelligent I am?
Mm-hmm.
I would say for myself, I struggle with myself, but I feel like
intelligence or awareness.
I struggle with myself, but others around me, I'm pretty good at kind of like being empathetic and kind of grasping how they feel.
How about you, KB and Darrick?
I think I'm as emotional intelligent as can be, honestly. Like I truly feel like I sympathize with so many different people, so much so that shit pisses me off. Sometimes I don't want to be sympathetic, and it changes my whole day because I see something that's like, fuck, that
Doesn't that suck?
Yeah. But also, I'm not the one dealing with it, so my little that sucks is not even a percentage of what the person is really going through.
Mm-hmm.
But again, since I become a father, everything emotionally has shifted for me.
I used to think that sucked, but my mom had a conversation with me one time, and she was just saying, like, that's what makes you you. Because as much as you can look like, man, why I feel sorry for this? Because I be doing that. Like, I hear a story, I be like, I feel sorry for this bum, man. Get your life together, you big-ass bum. But then I be like, that's what makes me who I am.
Yeah. And I also...
Because I don't want to be a cutthroat person.
I also feel like I'm the most empathetic for like when I've been in those type of situations, so I can always relate to it. So like honestly, just like somebody not having money or anything, like shit, I can relate
No. Okay, let's dial it back. Because there is a part of the world where they hear bum and they think of a homeless person asking for money. When
Mm-hmm.
I say the word bum in Chicago and just how we was raised, a bum is like a man who don't take care of himself or his responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You go to like, I don't know, you might have a sister or you might have a brother and your brother is like just sleeping on your auntie couch and he just refuses to get a job and refuses to step up and do anything. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you just comfortable not doing shit with yourself? So I just want to put that out there because I don't want people to think bum is like not having money. It's just people who don't want to work. There's certain people in the world who just like, hey, I ain't gonna work. I'd rather just live off Darrick. Like, you got $5? Yeah, ask you for $5, ask me for $5, ask him for $5, and then that's $20 that they got for a blunt.
I seen this thing on Reddit. It was basically like, this is my situation, this is my problem type of thing. And it was this dude, I forgot how old he was, but basically he had enough money to retire. He was like, he had like 1 point something million in like liquidation or assets, whatever.
He could buy a Lambo.
He had like, he was making a lot of money from his 401k, like just salary based, like 100K or whatever. And like he had money coming in, no problem. But he was retired. He said that like after all his work, he just wanted to relax. So he said most of the time he just spent his day playing video games and like doing like edibles or smoking weed. And his wife said that like she had a problem with it. His wife is basically like, you're not doing shit and everything like that. But he's like, man, I worked all this time. Like I deserve this now. And people are going back and forth if dude was kind of like,
Who was right, who was wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw a tweet. Wasn't he 30?
I don't remember how old he was.
I
just know he said he was retired. He had the money
If
coming
you're
in.
30 and retire, you living, man.
Yeah, and I think I saw people talking about how like calling him a bum would be crazy because like he already did his
Retired
part.
at 30.
Yeah, he already did his
retired at
part.
30. Like he wants to spend his life playing video games. He deserves to do that.
What's his other responsibility? Like, do they have kids?
No, that's why I don't know if he was 30 because he said he didn't like the kids were either gone or he never had kids. So the responsibility was literally like it was just his wife. You know, that's his obligation. Well, he's married, but like that's his only obligation he really has to fulfill. No kids. He said that his wife had a job too. So most of the time he said he's going on vacation. He's taking the time to spend with his wife. It's when she's at work doing her 9 to 5 that he's doing this.
Playing games and stuff.
Yeah.
Does she just not like the fact that she's working and he's not?
He'll be jealous for sure.
Yeah. That could also just be.
People were speculating that he just was selfish with his money. That he has all this money and she's still working his 9 to 5 or whatever, and that's why. But again.
What was he supposed to be doing? Giving her money?
That's what it didn't give that much context.
You know,
that's
some
what
people are like that
speculating.
though. Some people don't believe in just sitting around digging in your ass all day, whether you're rich or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that was
like digging.
those are certain conversations you have to have before you marry somebody, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So both of them are wrong. Because he's entitled to live however he want to live,
Especially, yeah.
and she's entitled to feel however she feels about being with somebody who's not doing shit with themselves. But y'all came together to make a partnership, so y'all should have fucking figured that out together.
I feel like that's also one of them scenarios where you may have not been able to predict, right? We don't know how he got into his
Yeah.
funds or his
Oh,
money.
true. Yeah.
So it's like, I agree with you. Like having that conversation beforehand would be valuable, but we don't. They may not have had the opportunity to. He might have got a new job 4 years ago, and it was $250,000 a year, and that was
Right.
enough. So,
Yeah.
but retiring is a tough thing. Do y'all got your retirement plans?
I don't ever
Funds
want to
and stuff?
retire. I'm not the type of person that's gonna do what he doing.
Well, yeah, you say that, but when you like 60, you don't want to be still doing
Yeah.
this shit.
Do I want to have to get up and work a target or no? But I love basketball so much that I would like to be in
You're
it
gonna be
some
Hubie
way.
Brown.
Some way, yeah.
Pat
He's
Riley.
91, and he's like, I'm still going until he's about to
Consult
retire
the
now.
team.
I
Coach,
know-
coach my kid. Like, do something.
Yeah.
Retire for sure. I would love to one
But
day
like
be
coaching kids,
retired.
you're not get paid for, so that's not
No,
even
for sure.
a
But
job.
that would still be something that's keeping me busy versus just I'm just finna. I never looked at my life like I just want to sit on the beach.
I was disconnected from his conversation. Just general retirement is what I'm talking
No,
about.
I haven't thought about
There
that.
was
It's
a
like
guy-
Dick Lovick retired and he still coached us.
Yeah.
There was a guy
He wasn't working.
that worked at Goodwill with me. He was retired. He still works there to this day.
Mm-hmm.
He was retired. He drives a nice ass car, and he was like in politics, but he just works there just because
Just want-
he
wanted
needs some
something
shit
to
to
do,
do.
right? Yeah.
Exactly.
There was a few
Exactly.
people that worked at Portillo's that like they worked there for so long.
Damn fools.
And
Damn fools. That's different. I'm not retiring and working at Portillo. It get hectic in there.
even the older people, they would just like
Dick
sit at the
Lovick
register.
just coached. That's tough.
Yeah, but they liked it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what my mom does right now. She can retire,
From
but she works.
retail.
She likes the community that a part of her job.
Yeah,
We making sure she's good, right? She could retire. She could call me right now and said I'm never going to work again, and she would be okay. And I've explained that to her, but she's like, I like my coworkers.
That's what I
like
mean
having
about the dual
purpose.
wife. Some people like to do shit versus like I'm finna play the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if he worked all his life, he not wrong either.
yeah.
Because a lot of people that end up, working these nice jobs or even bad jobs, not many people like their job.
Yeah,
No.
no.
So if you doing that job, I'm gonna assume that he was older in age. If you do that bad job that you hated for 23 years straight, but it paid the bills and you got enough to retire, and now you want to be a kid and play video games, I can't say nobody's in the wrong there, man.
That's why I think he was older than 30 D-Mills because he said, like, I've been working for over 20 years or something
Okay.
like that.
10
So he-
years old. Grinding.
So yeah, I don't know.
I was in a grocery store and I seen some shit and I'm like, man,
I can't even go outside nowadays
why?
because it's holiday season.
It's crazy.
I wanted to go to Whole Foods, drove past that parking lot. I was like,
What day?
yesterday.
Friday.
I was like, but it's also 5 days before Christmas, so everybody getting their
True.
Christmas stuff.
But Friday, Friday to Sunday is always crazy in this area, man. I try to go Monday early. Even when I went to that chicken place, I went early. It was still a little
It was
bus.
busting.
But it was
Well, they also like getting a lot of influencers.
that shit
coming
was
through there and
good.
doing reviews.
They didn't
so-
have what I wanted, but it was good.
What did you want? The chicken sandwich?
No, I got the wrap, but I wanted the salad. They had like the pan of chicken Caesar
Okay.
salad. They said they didn't have it, but man, I went to the store, and we live in suburban area. White lady just left her shit out and went to the bathroom.
What you mean?
She just left her shit and went
Like
to
her
the
her
purse
purse and
and
stuff?
everything?
I didn't dive deep into her cart because I wasn't finna inspect it. But she just left her cart and went to the bathroom real quick. And I'm just like, it's a different type of mentality. Like I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm ever gonna have the ability to live like that.
No, I would never leave my bag.
We just conditioned to
always keep your
Yeah.
stuff on you.
that's
Yeah.
another part of the privilege that we talked about that like you don't think about. But it's like even when I first met Dana would come to my house in the Plex, spend the night sometimes, leave the shit open. Whole all doors in the car just open.
Oh wow.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, what you mean? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, you lock your door.
Yeah.
You lock your door.
Yeah. No, you never leave your doors unlocked.
Sometimes you got to triple check that. You know, you ever hear the beep beep,
beep.
then you do it again, beep beep.
But a lot of people in the area we at, they don't come from that. They front door be open sometimes.
Man,
Yeah, you can run a lick if you really wanted to.
I remember somebody busted my mama window open and took her radio out.
I remember that. This
It
was
was like
a
a
few years ago.
navigate.
Yeah.
This when I was still living in the Plex, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought this
was a
happened in
long
that
time
other
ago.
place.
But yeah, they busted.
Y'all ain't had no car incident at the other place?
Not that somebody broke in.
Oh,
But I remember she had got like a little navigation thing in her car.
damn.
And I don't even think it was an expensive one, but somebody had to they were like,
Somebody wanted
let me
it.
throw this brick into her window and get this shit out. Literally.
I'm so glad you
for
got
a $37 navigation.
upgraded your car.
system. And you know me, I'm a little kid. I'm like, they finna get the fingerprints off the brick.
Oh,
They finna find them. They finna get my mama stuff back.
Never
Well,
did.
Hell no.
I don't even think fingerprints show up on
Cop
bricks.
ass. I thought you finna say you wanted
But
some.
that was my mama.
I thought you wanted some get back.
Oh no.
Talking about
You
fingerprint.
see, think I'm finna slide?
Yeah. That's your mama.
I wouldn't be here right
Bro,
now if I
that's my,
slid.
that's my dad mentality on every fucking thing.
What, get back?
Get backs.
Oh, don't worry,
I'm
KB
like,
got
just
it.
let the system do the thing, bro.
What he want
Yeah,
to get back on?
Yeah, you know them. I'm just making this up. Yeah, them boys was talking about your little sister. I had to let them know. Don't make me call her brother. What the fuck am I gonna do?
They thinking a 6'4" dude, just athlete just coming
But
there.
also,
with
that,
KB
that worked when I was younger, though.
KB walked from behind Key and say,
That worked when I was younger, though, because when I was in 5th grade, this 8th grader wanted to fight me, but he was like a big ass 8th grader. He did that. He called Chris. Chris set that shit straight. So that's all he know. But I'm not the person to be doing the dudes.
you know what's crazy? My
Rest in
dad
peace,
do the
Chris,
same
man.
thing. My dad do the same thing. But the way my dad talk about a person, it's gonna work too. It'll work too. I'll never forget we got into it at like Longfellow with some people. And
It's reminding me.
he like, hey, it was starting to be commotion. He like, hey man, y'all just hoop, man. Motherfucker had a whole west side around this bitch. Keyshawn go that motherfucker car. We ain't doing that. And everybody chill down. But like Keyshawn ain't had nothing. Keyshawn is on there, but he ain't nothing crazy. But he had to say that like Lil Will. Man, Lil Will flood little homie. Yeah, we ain't even gonna do that, man. Lil Will fuck around, put
I
that
ain't
boy.
never seen Lil Will fight in his life.
Lil Will probably put that boy in the hospital, man. We ain't doing it. We just want to play basketball. That's how my pops are talk about Lil Will. So now all these Oak Park people, they like, damn. And Lil Will get down
Yeah,
on
sure,
somebody,
yeah, he
but
would.
put somebody in the hospital is adding extra sauce on it. You know
All
what
you
I'm
need
saying?
is that one person like, who he doing that to? And then all of a sudden you in the wrong situation.
You just reminded me of when we were kids and we almost got arrested.
At 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we at 7-Eleven.
Have we told this story on a podcast?
I don't think so. But I think they don't know my dad like that because my dad is older. He ain't.
This banana stinks, man.
He's still himself, but he's a little bit toned down. And my dad is also a person who is way more emotional than I think he know. He's a softie. But no, he says that now. But when I was a kid, I didn't know my dad was a softie. So I think he was so tough on us because he is so soft. But I've seen my dad. My dad will cry at a fucking Iverson interview. Like, man, Bubba, that's Bubba Chuck. Nigga. That's Bubba Chuck, man. They did Bubba Chuck foul. But we in 7-Eleven. KB is super young because I'm super young.
I'm like 8.
Yeah,
maybe
like
9.
So it's me, KB, it's my brother LaShawn, and it's my dad. My dad is on the phone with somebody. I cannot remember who he's on the phone with. And we're getting Frosties. My dad not Frosties, we're getting Slurpees. If you know my dad, you know my dad loves 7-Eleven, get a little hot dog, dress them up.
The little taquito things.
Yes.
Yep.
That's our dinner. And we go home and play the game and we straight. So we doing the typical thing. And my dad is a very mannerism type of guy. So he don't have a problem until a person, like if he'll hold the door open, you'll walk in. You're like, you welcome, motherfucker. But if a person say, oh man, thank you, that's gonna make his day. He gonna feel good, happy. So I guess when we get in the Slurpee, he on the phone and he's stopping to say like, man, but no, you gonna. But while he's doing that, the dude behind him is getting impatient. So I guess the dude like, man, I'm gonna just go. And I was like, hey, motherfucker, I was still you. What the fuck you doing? And they going back and forth or whatever. So what my pops do is Because my pops is little. I don't have.
Yeah, for the people at home, his dad is like what, 5'9"?
If you see my dad, you would not believe he's my dad because I don't know. I'm just like that.
I would
Where
say,
your
wait.
keys at? You got your keys still?
Yeah.
Get the keys to Pierre.
I'm the
Let's
immaculate
demonstrate.
conception of my family. I'm been the tallest person in our family since like 8th grade. My dad is talking, but he put the key in his knuckle.
Ready to get down. Because
you
he's
punch
a
him.
taller dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's 2 of them.
You're right.
Come to find out, these are undercover cops. This is like a yes. This is a fucking script in a movie. He going back and forth with he put the phone. He like, hold up, motherfucker, and he putting the key in his finger.
And then Sean, who's 2 years older than you.
Yes.
It's like Sean was ready to fight too. Because
So-
things about to go down.
The other dude, who's his backup, starts to step up to him. He said something, and he was like pointing, and it's like point like, hey, calm down, buddy. My stepbrother, Sean, he like, hey man, put your fucking your hand out by my pops. And that's when they let us know we're undercover. Hey, you just hit a cop and all that type of shit.
It felt like a movie, bro. And I'm a shorty, like, we're all going to jail.
Catrell is literally crying.
I'm crying.
But he not balling, but you hear like, as they walking them out, you hear KB like, and I'm like 11. So my brother probably like 13 or 14.
Like 13.
I'm like 11. KB like 8 or 9. And so my pops, I ain't like hitting nobody, smacking their hand like my brother would, but I took my pop's phone and they like, you gotta give her the phone. And I'm standing, I just remember me standing on like, hell no, I'm like, no, this is my pop's phone or whatever. And my pop's like, call Kim. That's his wife. So I'm called Kim. This is where my pops is a genius with some of the wolf tickets he sold. He started making up shit. You tell Kim to call Lieutenant Johnson from Oak Park. I work for the city of Oak Park. Lieutenant Johnson finna be fucking mad that they playing my fucking name in here. Tell her his number is in the phone already. Call him, let him know that they got me and LaShawn. He's about to be come at 7:00. He's gonna come up here right now. They let that man out of them camps.
I also remember he started sweet talking too. Yeah, we on edge because he just got into a fight at Longfellow. That's when you said Longfellow. I'm like, he's got into a fight at Longfellow. We was just playing basketball, so we just all on edge right now. We just all on edge. And I remember they got out of the cuffs. Everything was okay. We get back in the car. He makes sure everybody good. At that point, it's cool. I get home. As soon as I step through the door, I start crying again. Hey, Mom, we was about to go to jail. And, I was a mama's boy, so she grabbed me like, it's okay, it's okay.
Kid Trail.
Oh, man.
Tell me this. Am I exaggerating when I say movie skit
It was
shit?
some real shit like a movie, bro.
I cannot believe it's our first time telling the story.
Yeah.
And that 7-Eleven is still right there. I can vividly that 7-Eleven is by the waffles, chicken and waffles.
Oh, the chicken and waffles? Okay.
Right there,
Yeah.
you go literally walking
Yes.
distance. That's the 7-Eleven we
Damn,
were
that's
in.
the one.
That's the one we were in.
Now if I ever go over there, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I think it's a wing stop over there now,
Yep.
or whatever. But that's the 7-Eleven.
I just keep having run into it with the law, man. I feel like I almost get arrested every 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what happened? What's the latest one? From 4 years ago.
I'm just
Oh,
every 10 years. How about that?
okay. Because you had the one with
almost,
CJ.
you almost got me arrested 2 different times. That's crazy. When we were shorties and in high school. That's
what
crazy.
dude tell Isaiah
That's
Thomas?
crazy.
I just wanted to slurp. I just wanted to
Yeah,
slurp.
they had the metal straws back then too.
Huh?
the metal straws used to be.
No,
the
they
metal
just,
straws
I don't
used to be
remember the
decent.
metal
That was
straws.
before that?
They just had the long straws.
Mm-hmm. I remember they introduced the metal ones that make it seem like it's cold.
I just fucking remember being a kid and feeling it was so much pressure to deliver that news because my pops was telling me, and in my mind, I'm thinking these is real people. He didn't tell me it was fake people until we got in the car. Like, I don't know fucking Lieutenant Johnson. But I'm really trying to deliver this message, and my stepmom was on the other side of the phone like, what?
What the fuck is
What
this?
Was
hell?
Lieutenant Johnson a real person?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe your dad just knew the
No.
police.
No.
That's where he said that shit came in handy. That he just be making that shit
Yeah,
up on the
just making
fly
shit
because it
up.
sounded real.
Yeah,
And it'd
no.
be crazy if Lieutenant Johnson was
Oh, no. Let me dial back. Lieutenant Johnson, or the name he gave me, may be a real person.
Because he does
Oh.
work for the city.
Yes.
Okay.
Will he have gotten out of bed to come to 7-Eleven
Yeah, no.
to save my dad, even if he didn't have to get out of bed? Fuck no.
Yeah.
But that person definitely probably a real name because, yeah, he does. He has worked for the city of Park so long that my dad be talking about retirement now. So
I was wondering if he actually was. I thought your dad just made the name up on a
No,
fly.
no. It's probably is a real person. He probably just don't have that type of relationship.
he don't have a
with-
connection.
Has your dad talked about what's gonna happen when EJ goes to school?
Yeah, you know my dad. He tries to act like it ain't gonna be nothing. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm happy he gonna be leaving. Shit, me and Kim finally gonna have a house.
Right, that's what
ourselves.
people be saying.
Fuck, I tell him every time because he tells it to people. Because you'll watch it and you'll play against another team and they'll be like, oh, who's your son or who's your brother? Oh, 13. Oh man, that's that. Yeah, blah, blah. You excited? Oh yeah, I can't wait for his ass to get out. Me and his mom can finally save me a little money, and I'll be looking at them like, no, his ass gonna be somewhere.
I wonder what he's gonna spend that time. Because I mean, he's been basketball dad for EJ for 18 years now.
Yeah.
I drove home from the Joliet Catholic game yesterday, asking myself that, like, that's my last time ever going to that school probably. When he played Bennett, there's never a reason for me. When he plays his last game for St. Pat's, why would I ever need to go to St. Pat's? That's a drive that for the last 4 years I've gotten accustomed to. I know the school like the back of my hand, where the park. It's like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ask myself, am I gonna go to the Jack Tosh tournament next year when he's not playing just because it's like something
Some
to
hoops,
do?
yeah.
Like I don't know.
I
You know
guess
what I
we'll
mean?
have to determine what's the name. Is there any names in it that were worth going and watch?
I don't go for names now though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like, oh, that kid can play. I was thinking like maybe I'll just go to some Hinsdale South games.
I actually had a conversation with their assistant yesterday,
About what?
coming to some practices and stuff.
Hmm.
I told him that we was gonna be at Jack Tosh, so maybe I'll pull up to a game or two there. But like, he was saying that obviously their record is not very good, but they got a young group.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like no seniors
That makes
on the
sense.
team.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So it's
That's
like
good.
a bunch of sophomores and juniors. So they're trying to build the program
Oh,
back
yeah.
up. But he said this is their 5th coach in 5 years. I didn't realize they had got to that point.
Oh,
Well,
so
yeah.
the Bellcaster don't coach them no more?
That's not.
Well, his South has had a reputation of going through coaches. We had a lot of coaches in our tenure.
So all that to say,
Y'all did?
this is the coaching staff
Yeah, I
about
think
10
we
years
had
or so. You want freshman A or
Like
freshman
3 or
B?
4 coaches.
Freshman B.
Same. So we got to fight for that one.
Yeah.
No pressure on freshman B.
Y'all know
Nope, you
what
just
I
go out
want.
there and have fun.
Varsity head coach. Y'all
So, I
run
mean,
the
you got sophomores.
y'all run the freshmen of what I'm doing. I want them to
That's
by
the program, yeah.
By the time they seniors, they should know what the fuck to expect.
We really do got it right. You could take
But
freshman
I don't
B.
like that because when I'm coaching, if you're a B, you can't be on the bench with me. Because ain't that game going the same time as varsity?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sophomore is always done.
Yeah.
And the sophomore always is an assistant to the
Yeah.
varsity staff. But the freshman games can sometimes trickle into the varsity game. And I don't like that because if Mike talking about he want to be the freshman B, he got to be on.
I thought freshmen started at the
I was
same
gonna say,
time as
I thought-
sophomores.
I thought freshman Loki started first.
No, y'all not. Yeah, you talking freshman A. The
Oh,
freshman,
freshman
B
B.
game.
Freshman B, we sometimes have to wait till y'all were done for our
Yeah.
game to
Boom.
tip off.
We did.
Yeah.
Depending on where school we were at. Some
Yeah.
schools didn't have that many
'Cause-
courts where they could
yeah.
Yeah.
have
And
them at the
sometimes
same
freshman
time.
A could play in the main gym.
Yeah.
Depending on
That was a
what
cool
school,
time.
yeah.
All right, we should wrap up. We appreciate everybody. Again, happy or Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Hanukkah, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Spend some time with some family, friends. Tell somebody you love them. Give a gift, take a gift. You
Let
know
us know what
vibes.
y'all best gift y'all got this Christmas.
We're
too.
going to be the first coaching staff to bring NIL to high school basketball. We're going to be recruiting. We got some nice paid alumni.
We love y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
Peace. Merry Christmas.